I'm ready.
We return to the Fall of Pride. The last session. You all had decided to save Silent Shadow, and he revealed the true story of what happened. The betrayal, the thievery, the heartbreak that was caused by the sheer betrayal from Nisram. And revealing that there was potentially more cowardice on Yezreel's side rather than heroics, as what was perceived. After this, the group had a major discussion on the ethics of their mission. Now finding out that the Drow seemed to be innocent. There were parts of the conversation that stemmed on, we were hired to do a mission and we are here to do it, regardless of the emotion. And we had the other half of the party that was fighting for the side of saving the little guy, trying to find a peaceful resolution. But to bridge the gap between the two conversations, the group ended up just decided to try to get more information. So, Silent Shadow led you to this Drow city, underground, in a cavern that's hundreds of feet tall. Ruined buildings getting nicer and nicer towards the end of the cavern, where there's a huge castle that lies within its depths. As you enter this magical door to enter this secret city, you find a beaten and battered Surtur lying on the ground.
Ah, I fucking forgot about Surtur.
Yeah, and I was trying to heal him.
Yeah, fucking Christ.
It's about time I've seen somebody that seems worthy.
Are you saying I'm worthy? Oh, I'm not worthy of such praise. I just am trying to help.
Let me rephrase what I've said. You all seem powerful enough to do what I need.
Well, what are you needing done?
My soul is stuck here because the soul of the one I have been tied to is still on this plane of existence. I cannot leave until that soul is destroyed.
Oh shit.
Surtur.
I'm stuck on this god-forsaken plane, immortal, just to wallow in my own sadness.
Well,
Are you talking about Nisram?
Yes.
She's still alive.
Her body has perished.
Oh.
Her soul has not.
Huh?
Has it taken a new form? As I kind of flex both pec muscles.
From what I understand, the Dragonborn had taken her to the depths of some lake, and the body has not been recovered. All we found was the decayed bones and flesh that drifted ashore of Nisram's.
What of my brother? Nothing? Not even a whisper? Not a sign?
No. He says this solemnly, and you can roll insight if you'd like, but he seems to be telling the truth. A passive insight could be able to tell you that.
Hold up, wait. Wait, why? But, okay. I figured it out. that would be a 9 DM.
Even still, he seems to say that with a somber tone. He seems to be a pretty aggressive entity, but had some somber bits to his tone when speaking about him.
Tar will sign to the group. I swore to Dahlia that I would help her find her brother's body. But our mission is not to become the thing's hitman. We cannot stray from the mission that much.
How about this? If I can't hear anything, take care of what you need to in the city. I will even help you. I will be under your command. In return, you help me find Nisram's soul.
Look, pal,
Sure, I'm with it.
I'm open to helping you, but this whole we command you, that sounds a little too attached. Maybe we just help each other out, you know?
We can be friends. I'll command you around. I command you to give me a hug. You look like you need it.
What's
Oh my
wrong,
God.
Colonel Mustard? You don't have a Dom side?
Surtur begins to steadily stand on his feet. You see flesh kind of falling off of his limbs as he stands back up, and you see the tentacles drooping down his chin.
Cain just like gets the freebie-jeebies.
He, before he embraces Aslan, he looks over to Yezreel. What you did was smart.
Thank you.
It's better you're alive. You're the one that can help change things. As he gives you a very slimy and weak embrace, Aslan.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna cast 6th level healing word on him. Like when we hug. 17 hit points.
Okay. A bit of his flesh seems to be growing back, and you see more muscle tone and muscle fibers regenerating.
Oh, there you go.
And he kind of just pats him.
All
Being-
better.
Being as you're the one who said a single command, for now, I will hide in your shadow. As a pool of blood opens up beneath Surtur's feet as he droops down into it and disappears.
Oh.
A lot of people with shadow references around here.
Oh my god.
You hear within your mind a godly presence saying, "It's a dark campaign."
What?
A dark campaign.
Oh. Aslan would just kind of ignore that voice.
I have a meta question to you.
Yep.
Where are we at in the timeline? Because we're expecting the rest of the people to be coming in the next couple of days, right?
2 days. You guys have been traveling within the labyrinth and through these caverns for about 10 days, and it took you about 2 days to get here, at least on the land. So, if you were to return back, you would be late.
I have one more question.
Okay.
How much knowledge does Cain have surrounding the war between the Drow? Because I know it's been like kind of a mystery at some point, but like what does he know about the differences in culture?
Go ahead and give me a history check. If anyone else would like to help Cain, you can roll at advantage.
Sure, I'll help him out.
How are you going to help?
He's gonna pull from his info from the refugees that came to his home hospice.
Awesome. All right, Cain.
Okay, sorry, I actually didn't have my character sheet pulled up. I just barely got to it.
You're good.
History, you say? At advantage?
Yep.
At advantage, that's going to be... that's going to be a 9.
You're given some documents and told stories of some of the people that Aslan has helped along the way. And it honestly just muddles you. You're trying to remember and trying to read at the same time. It's tough to multitask.
Oh yeah, he's definitely like rambling and incoherent. Like he's jumping from stories and like he's like, oh wait, but we can't forget this important part.
No. And I just start like trying to like ponder and like nothing's coming to mind. I'm like,
You do have a couple of things that do come to mind, though.
okay.
Specifically, there was a conversation right before you left from Felix Evermore, one of the 7 Lion Pride generals, a paladin and honored amongst the citizens in the guard. It specifically told you to prevent chaos from erupting, to only give him information. And as far as you know from the initial mission details, you're able to remember that you have to do something to increase political relations, and then like help in a war, and then the biggest thing that comes to mind: become a true hero.
I sort of like fold my arms and look at the group. All right, guys. So here's the thing. We have learned some things that may give us the impression that the Drow are not totally at fault and actually may be innocent in some respects. I haven't fought in many wars, but I will say this. There are good people on both sides of the war effort. And though it could be done, I don't think we have the people or the power to be able to bridge between the two groups. So I think we decide. And it's my decision that we pull the rug out from the Drow and let everyone know exactly what we found out, exactly why we came down here. I look over to Tara, I'm like, I'm sure you agree.
You have a good point.
Oh, I was muted. Yeah, Tara agrees.
I'm so sorry. What did you say? I was totally listening, but could you say it again?
I basically just said that I was that we've learned some information about the Drow that makes them not to be like 100% the enemy, but like I am aware that there are good people on both sides of the war effort, and it's Cain's decision to, move forward on with the mission and why we came here in the first place, and to sell out the Drow, at least from what we know.
And Tara agreed.
You have a good point.
Aslan will disagree. He believes that we should help both sides without conflict. He's a more pacifist route.
What were you trying to say, Yusra?
You have a good point. Although the Drow have been hanged and have been brutalized without them fighting back. As far as we can tell, the only fighting back was with the Vampire Lord, and that was after his personal stuff was stolen. I haven't seen any evidence of the Drow even attempting to fight back.
And then Tara will sign. It just means that they'll become the losing side then. And that's on them.
What about Gladdek and sorry, Dahlia? My bad. I'm sorry.
What has changed since we left the mobile shelter? We had all come to at least what I thought was an understanding that we needed more information before we made a decision. And yet here we are right outside the city, and we're going back on that saying, let's just sell them out. But all we've been given is additional information to tell us that there's other entities at play that are changing what the landscape of the game table looks like.
I guess, Gladdek, my only worry is the amount of time we have left. Like, we only have 48 hours to figure out something about this other entity. You know what I mean? I don't know.
We don't have to throw them under the Tarask, as to speak. We don't have to give people who gave us this job any information about them. We could say we didn't find anything until we get more. We can head back, but we don't have to sell them out. Not just yet.
I hope it doesn't come to that, because I'm not as good as a liar as you are, Yezreel.
Give me one moment. As you guys are having this conversation on the outskirts of town, you see that there's a long line of humanoids kind of forming in this, like along the main street. There doesn't seem to be any commotion per se, but there seems to be a line that's forming.
Can I use my insight to read the body language of the crowd that's waiting in line?
I will let you do it at disadvantage because it's kind of far away.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Can I do that actually?
You can.
Disadvantage, right?
Yes.
$15.
Okay. It's really tough to see from here, but from what you're able to ascertain with some of the postures of the people that are lining up, and you see like little bits. It's hard to tell for certain, but it's like they seem to be holding bowls. It could be that they're waiting in line for food, but that's all you can really ascertain because the crowd seems famished.
At this point, I'd say Aslan's kind of tired of the idle chit chat. The party doesn't seem to really be able to come to a complete census, but he knows in his mind he wants to help. And these people look hungry. And his inner cook's taking over, and he'll just kind of start stomping his way off. Not like actually harump stomping, but he's an elephant stomping.
Do the rest of you follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Powerball in the back.
Sure. All right. You guys approach this city. Again, the further you get from the castle, the more ruined and destroyed and battered the houses are. You hear crying children from afar. You hear the equine cries of several people that are in line, suffering. As you walk past some of these drow, they don't even give you a glance. Yezreel, you get a couple of looks of recognition, but no one says anything. Whether that's out of fear or whether that's out of pure survival, they know not to talk or reap the consequences. You all continue walking down the line.
Mm-hmm.
And you reach this thoroughfare or courtyard, so to speak, that has like a broken down fountain that's no longer working. It seems to have like fungus and different types of moss that have grown from how like moisture have passed. But it's tough to depict what the statue actually is with how ruined it is. But there is a table that's set up with two guards. It's hard to say whether that's their title or not because their armor is pretty shabby. But they're giving out these moldy rations to all the people as they're lined up.
Oh, this will not do. This will not do at all.
Oh, God.
This food is disgusting. Disgusting.
And Aslan will just kind of set up his cooking thing kind of beside it and just kind of start cooking.
Please eat some better food.
I'm gonna need a cooking check. And I'm gonna make you do it 3 times, and you're gonna have to beat the DC twice to.
32,
Real quick question. Does
20,
never mind, you rolled a
29, and
32?
19.
Okay.
I was gonna try to ask for advantage, but never mind. You
I got a
this,
plus
Chef.
15 to most of my rolls.
Okay.
Yes, Chef.
All 3 passed, 1 barely passed. But I need you to describe to me what food you make. Because of the amount of people, it won't be able to be a full meal, but you can make enough food. But describe what you make and like kind of the process.
So since the amount of food, I honestly am fine with using up a lot of my spell slots to create enough.
Okay.
I have like an upward of over like 12 spell slots.
Okay. Well, in order to give all of these people a full meal, you will need to use 3 spell slots of create food and water,
Okay, easily done.
and another spell slot if you would like them to have some water as well.
Sure.
Okay. So 4 spell slots total.
Okay. All right, so I use 4 of my spell slots, and so I'm gonna make them like a chicken broth, like
Yeah, like a soup.
like chicken noodle soup, but with some extra herbs and spices in there. Definitely,
12
like
to be exact.
I want it to be filling. It has to. I want it to have some good amount of protein in it with the chicken, and I want some good starch and carbohydrates. So I add in the noodles with some extra garlic flavor, and I don't really make it spicy. That way, it's palatable by most. And then the water, just sparkling water, just
Okay.
Nice.
Go
Carbonated water.
ahead and roll me a D100 real quick.
sure.
Parapet, go and take a shot.
57.
Okay. So it takes you around about a half hour to get this food made. It's tough. You would have been able to throw in together like a single, portion relatively quickly, but because of the amount of people, it's taking you some time. But once the food is done, you start divvying it out to people, and the guards, they move to the back of the line to wait their turn. It seems like they are also quite famished.
Sure. Aslan will basically keep doing this until everybody's had their fill.
How
Go ahead, please.
I was gonna ask how much time would this take with him doing this?
It took about a half hour for him to prepare the meal, and depending on if you guys help divvy out the food, it'd probably take about another half hour.
Okay. That first half hour, I'd say that Tar's working on her frag grenade arrowheads.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a Smithy's tools check.
Yeah. Yeah. Use my inspiration to roll out advantage.
Okay.
Take the first one, 14.
Okay. Yeah, it's decent. It's awkward to be making these outside of your forge, but it's sufficient. You feel like the durability is nice. It'll land true.
Okay, I'll again.
So, after you've finished crafting one of your arrows, and Aslan is finished preparing the food, is everybody helping divvying out the soup?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gladdek would have actually walked up to the guards while Aslan was preparing to see if he could get some additional information.
Ask.
We're emissaries from the. Oh shit! I'm blanking on the. What's the nation we're coming from? I'm blanking right now.
Aerolas.
Aerolas. And we're just trying to see what's going on here. Is there... It looks like the state of the city is not in great status at the moment. Is there someone we may talk to maybe figure out how we can resolve this in a more peaceful manner?
I need you to roll a persuasion check.
13.
Okay. One guard doesn't speak. I'm only telling you this because you're helping us. Many of us have not eaten for several days. The last people who came from Aralas, they enraged the Lord. And we have been paying the consequences. As far as any information or who you can talk to, you could try talking to Thaddeus, but honestly, you don't look strong enough. Thank you for helping us. And he refuses to talk further.
Gladdek would go back to the rest of the party and share this information to see if there's any additional insight.
Yezreel, I want to hear where your headspace is at, because all of this happened before you joined the previous group.
Yeah. Like Yezreel's headspace or mine?
Well, kind of.
In
Yezreel, yep.
Yezreel. Okay. Let's speak to the party. So, as far as I can tell, Lord Thaddeus is extremely strong. So it would be risky speaking to him. But he's not beyond reason. He did originally want to communicate. I'd say we can speak to him, but it would be risky.
I would say at the mention of Lord Thaddeus taking this out on his people and starving them, especially, Aslan just kind of snaps one of his wooden spoons out of frustration while cooking, not realizing it, and just kind of mends it back. Yes, I'd like to talk to him. Who starves their people of basic necessities? Diabolical.
Horrible time. Do you think he'd want to talk from people who came from the same place that the last group did that betrayed him? Or would this monster lash out in anger?
Can I add my 2 cents?
Go ahead.
This Lord Thaddeus character, he seems sort of the type that maybe lives underground, if you know what I mean. I guess what I'm getting at is, maybe if this Lord Thaddeus went out on some sort of limb and trusted a bunch of, above land walkers, what's he going to think about a new group of landwalkers? Especially with one that he will definitely recognize, as I point over to Yezreel.
It's hard not to have an agreement.
He also, because he would recognize me, he might want to speak.
I see your point.
I wasn't a part of that group until he attacked. He might want to know some more information about me. We might be able to get him to talk.
Maybe we can have some information on this old group to get us a foot in the door, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I won't make you roll a history check, Yezreel. It seems like because of the short amount of time you spent with the party, you may not have gotten the full story.
Okay.
You did hear a pretty in-depth telling from Silent Shadow, but he was also in an emotionally deprived state. You're not sure if any more information can be acquired, but
As far as I'm able to tell, I was not with that group for very long. And that is the truth. But from what I was able to pick up from before Thaddeus attacked, they did betray him. They did steal from him. I did not, on the other hand. So I think that's my biggest reasoning on why I don't think he will attack me. I can speak to him. You guys don't have to.
Has it been mentioned that Lord Thaddeus is a vampire yet?
It has. Yep, that
Okay.
was in one of your details that he is indeed a master vampire.
Okay.
I would like to join you in this conversation. I have a way we can escape if needed. You seem to all forget, and he kind of jiggles his like big belly. I am not one for walking, and I am not traveling back up those fucking stairs. And I have the teleportation spell. I can get us the fuck up.
Hey. I think it's a minute cast time though, right?
Yeah, but if things seem to go bad in conversation, he'll just have it prepared as
Sure.
his
sure.
plan.
That's a good idea.
Tar will, okay.
This entire time, Gladdek would have pulled out his pipe and would have been puffing away on it.
Like,
We're kind of in.
Thinking all this.
Yeah. We're in between a rock and a hard place. We could either return with little to no additional information from the first party, or we have this audience with Lord Thaddeus and hope that we're able to ascertain some additional details. So it's either leave empty-handed and either lie or sell out the Drow, or we go talk to Lord Thaddeus to see if there's something
Possibly
else.
die.
We knew
Again, I don't believe we'll die. I have teleport.
We do.
death
And if
has
it's
always
going to
been on
die,
the
it's
table.
going to be him.
That's true.
Tar kind of crossed her arms, kind of thinking. And she looks over to Dahlia and she gives signs. As long as we find her brother's body, then I'm fine with us speaking to Lord Thaddeus.
Dahlia smiles at you and reaches down and grabs your hand.
Feel at your hand.
As you all finish your conversation, taking a look, all the people sitting on on broken curbs, broken cobbled roads, as they're munching down on these bowls of soup. Their spirits don't lighten. It seems as if their psyches have been beaten into submission. Even the taste of immaculately prepared food, spices they've never tried before, and aromas that tantalize all of their senses. It seems to be lost on them. You all take a look around the city. Now that you're closer, you're able to see further down the road. Structures become a lot more elegant, or at least in a better state of repair. Now about a mile away from the castle. What do you do?
So, are we talking to him or not?
I think we'd be doing a disservice to ourselves and the greater good we could accomplish if we don't.
I agree.
So we go in guns a-blazing, right?
No.
No, I would rather not die.
We do not attack him just yet. Although
We'll be on our best behavior.
I do believe the Drow are not at fault here.
I believe they're being used. Oh, sorry.
Tar looks and is like, It doesn't matter if they're not at fault or not. War has innocents on both sides. And we are on one side.
Yes. But the only one that is not innocent on this side, as I can tell, is Thaddeus.
She knows her head in agreement.
He is a very powerful vampire. It's not out of the realm he could just make people do things against their will, like attacking another empire. I believe there's more to this story, and I want to talk to him. And Aslan would just kind of dump on his way over to the castle.
Tar, kind of watching him walk with the group. I can scout it out, so we want to wait today. Make sure we're not going in blind.
I think we'll be best in numbers.
She nods.
All right. Let's go then.
You all start walking down Main Street, passing the more and more built homes. The homes that are in better states of repair. You get approximately within 1,000 feet of this castle when you're stopped. There seems to be this pretty lavishly dressed elven figure. Not Drow, it seems to be some kind of high elf. They're pretty common in Narrowlands, so.
No greetings.
I would see that garb from anywhere. You must be an armor-clad, as he daintily reaches out his polished fingernails over to you, Tar.
Tar, she slams her right fist into her armor plate. She nods her head in respect before she then takes her hand and does a type of curtsy bow in respect to their culture.
I was not expecting that. Thank you. I appreciate that.
She signs. I feel honored. Okay.
What brings another group to the Underdark?
She signs. We are here as a convoy, just to see what is causing conflict and if there is a way out of it peacefully if need be.
And we
Oh, go ahead.
and we heard that the lord at which you serve is quite powerful, and we thought maybe asking him some questions could bring this to a resolution.
Oh, this town, it hasn't seen any better days. I received such patronage from the last group that was here. I sold a couple of different outfits and a very fancy dress to please Lord Thaddeus, and boy was he pleased. And so was my purse.
She signs. What do you mean?
Oh, I'm a tailor, of course.
So it sounds like you worked with one of the party members that were connected to Lord Thaddeus?
Oh, yes. One that was very enthralled with Lord Thaddeus, actually. And if you're asking me, I think it was more sexual.
Do you remember their
That
name?
was really funny.
Stupid.
Do you remember their name or how they looked?
Oh, well, I don't ask those kinds of questions here. Well, mostly, the less I know, the less I know.
Fair enough.
Right.
So, but the one thing that has me intrigued is that Lord Thaddeus has had a little bit of a temper, but he's normally very nice.
Did something happen recently that would make him not so nice?
Oh, you know, something about like all of his goods being stolen, and then one of it, well, something about his food being taken, but I don't know what that means, and we have plenty of food here. I mean, look at the guys back there, they're munching down on soup.
You're welcome.
Soup that we gave them.
Tar's gonna signal, but only for the group to hear. It sounds like one of the party members may have been either in league or enthralled by this vampire.
Yezreel nods in a way that, like, he knows who it was.
Hey, well, I'm just saying, okay, as far as I know, after that group left, the Mind Flayers left, so I'm happy.
Was the Mind Flayers a problem that was hairy in your city?
Oh yeah, they were flying around and like sucking brains out and stuff because they were angry about something being stolen. I don't know. Like I said, the less I know, the less I know.
So
Because
they're
you're just a
gone?
tailor.
At all?
I am just the tailor. You're as sharp as a tack, aren't you?
So the Mind Flayers are no longer here.
Nope.
Oh, well, that's great. Can we go now, or...
Well, my shop is open to any of you, and so is my purse.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind as he walks by.
Kara will kind of look him up down, like a shot and nod as well before she moves forward. She is gonna look at she's gonna take a look at Yisrael and be like, do you know which member was enthralled by him? Do you know the reasons behind it?
Let's get some distance. Have we got distance yet?
Yeah,
If you would like to.
Okay,
Yeah.
You guys are getting pretty close to the castle gates, but you can have this conversation like in between those points.
Okay.
I know who was enthralled. I don't know the reasoning why. It was Nisram, the soul that Surtur is attached to.
Didn't you mention she was very much in league with Thaddeus?
As far as I could tell, yes.
So how much of her actions were her own?
And then Tarsines, was she with that ace before she was with the group?
You wouldn't know the answer to this question.
Oh yeah, I was about to ask, did Shadow tell us that or no?
Nope.
Damn.
I do not know where she was with the group. I knew she was a part of the original group. She was one of the names of the people that I should have found. But I don't know if she was alone with Thaddeus at any point.
Boomy is
You
rolling in his grave right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Aslan would have just remarked that she was also the one in love with the Dragonborn sibling.
Yeah.
You all approach these castle gates. They're kept wide open. There seems to be some lights on within the main, like, bottom floors. There's a couple of towers that go high up into this tavern. What do you all do?
Aslan just tries to enter like with a polite knock. We're at the doors or not a gate?
Oh, you're at the gate, but I mean, it's a short walk to the doors.
Is the gate open or closed?
It's open.
Right. Oh, Aslan will walk up to the door first. He's trying to lead the conversation, I guess is his intentions here, and he'll just kind of use the door knockers if there are some, and just announce the party.
Okay.
Do we have a name?
What?
Do we have a group name?
Yes.
I did on one. What was it?
It was fuck. We did decide on one. Oh shit.
Wasn't it like Phoenix something?
Phoenix
Force?
Phoenix Force?
Phoenix Force, yes.
Yeah.
We are Phoenix Force, here to see Lord Thaddeus.
A couple of moments pass by and the door opens to this this maid that seems to be run a bit ragged, sweat beating down her sweat beating down her brow. And she hello.
Ah, hello. You looked like you were busy. Sorry to bother, but we are seeking an audience with your lord.
Do you know him personally? Does he know you're coming?
He does not know we are coming, but we know him as acquaintances, you could say.
Deception.
Also, DM.
24.
Real quick, while that's happening in the conversation while they're distracted, I get into costume.
You find that the group passes you as you're pondering the architecture of this gate, and as you get a closer look at the bars, you take that moment to put your mask on. As far as you can tell, no one saw you.
Perfect.
24.
Oh, I see. We weren't told of any visitors. Please wait in the dining hall, as there will be dinner prepared shortly. Please.
Thank you so much.
Follow me. I will escort you.
Everybody go along with it. Oh, what a nice architecture we have here.
Yeah, I got like a +3 in persuasion, deception, performance, like everything.
You walk into this foyer. The grand staircase with two different sides going up to an upper floor where assumed the bedrooms are. You were walked to the left to these very large marbled doors. And it kind of goes through a tiny hallway. And to the left of that hallway, you see a spiral staircase going up, presumably to one of the towers. As she opens up the doors, you see a lavish and luxurious tables prepared as if there were 30 people going to be eating here. Seems that the placemats are set as part of the maid's duties, regardless of who is eating.
Tara's going to put her hand on Dahlia's shoulder and just kind of give her a nod, as in, just be ready before she.
I also wanted to add to help. Not that Aslan needed any help at all. To oversell the idea that we are just interested in like the architecture, I'll like go up to like the big marble door that you're describing and be like, yes, this must be 6th century, right? And I like look over.
It is very beautiful. Thank you for noticing. The Lord will be pleased of your opinion. Everyone, please take your seats.
Can we tell if there's a spot Lord Thaddeus sits? Aslan's trying to like sit right up near him.
You would know more than the rest that typically with formal dining, the host sits at the head.
Okay, he'll sit like next to the head of the table.
You motherfucker.
He's gonna sit right next on the left side of the head of the table.
Okay.
He knows this is basically with his background. He knows this is a great way to spark conversation.
Yeah, it sure is.
Tara will sit the furthest distance away from him at the table, where is the best done for her.
All right.
Okay, so
We'll sit on the right side of the head.
yeah, and I'll kind of sit in the middle, so we're all kind of like, so we're all like spaced out pretty far evenly.
Dahlia will do the same.
Okay, Lynette, do you have anywhere specific to sit at this fucking table?
I want to sit on the left chair on the third right.
Since it's an important aspect of this next encounter, Gladdek would probably sit either next to Aslan or Yezreel, because he's also trying to set up diplomatic sort of conversation.
About 10 minutes pass by, idle chit-chat, anxiety kind of rising in the group of what's to come. You see a couple of maids coming through the kitchen doors on the opposite side. They're like a French door style with double hinges. And a couple of freshly baked breads are brought out with a type of compound butter that seems to be mixed with some type of flours.
Truffles?
And you'd be able to recognize this immediately, Aslan. It seems there's like an herb blend, probably like parsley and rosemary, but also some truffles in the butter.
Oh fuck yeah!
An elegant cook made this. Most fantastic. We must wait till the head of the table to eat.
Indeed.
I have one thing to add.
Go ahead.
While we're nervously waiting for the head of the table, to calm my anxiety, I'll start whittling a fucking, what is the word? Steak underneath the table in my lap.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? Just like just to like calm my nerves, I'm going to make a steak.
Yes, we're here in
The
peace.
Vampire Lord's dining hall.
I'm not gonna make you do a check for that. It's just a state.
Sharpening a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, end up like tossing all of the wood shavings underneath the table.
Yeah, I'll just do one of these.
As he's doing that, Tar is making sure that her ball-bearing arrowhead is the one that's is equipped on one of her arrows underneath the table.
After you all start putting the bread on your plate, waiting a reasonable amount of time, the main doors open to this elegantly dressed figure. Seems to be having like an evening type of vest on, not wearing a tuxedo, just the vest, with a puffed collar, and has got some like precious gemstones on his cufflinks, and walks up to the table. Oh, I was not expecting company. It's nice to meet you all, I suppose.
Aslan will stand and just give a bow. Yes, I know we are here unannounced, but we wanted to talk about you about the current going-ons.
Interesting. Allow me. Lord Thaddeus, presumably, will sit down at the head of the table. I am Thaddeus. I have been lord of this manor for quite some time. He seems to have a pale but very structured face. Masculine builds. It seems like he's seen his fair share of battle.
We talking like a crimson chin type of
yes.
chin?
Well, not like crimson chin, just a very sculpted face.
Sure.
No facial hair to speak of, and long, sleek black hair that goes down the back of his head. It seems like he's human.
I believe we are not the first party to come here, and I'm sure you have heard of the plights of the upper surface dwellers. We are emissaries sent by them just to try and get peace, or at least figure out what is happening.
Well, to be honest with you, it's hard to ask for peace for someone who is not fighting back.
Please elaborate. I am but ignorant in what is all happening.
Well, actually, first, it is quite rude of you to be asking all of these questions with barely introducing any of yourselves. You had mentioned that there was another party here. How would you know that?
Well, forgive my rudeness. I am Aslan, and this is the Phoenix
Phoenix.
Phoenix Force. Believe Yezreel was in the last party, and that's how we are aware of such information, though it is fragmented and not complete.
I have met you once before.
We are acquainted. You are lucky to be alive.
Yes, I am.
Well, to clear out all of our dirty laundry, so to speak, I came to talk. I know I had assaulted you at first, but I was understandably quite shook by the state of my home.
I understand.
And after a couple of minutes of attacking, I decided that it was a paltry effort at most. So I'm glad you were able to get away.
Yes, for you did not do any of the killing of that last party.
Tar will. Oh, good.
And I do apologize for my previous actions towards you, for I was not aware until recently.
Oh, ignorance is hardly a fault. But for one such as yourself, maybe you should be apologizing for your own ignorance. It seems like you are a master of subterfuge. Am I wrong?
You are not.
Incompetence. But it can't be helped. You were in a dire situation, put into an unfortunate place within that group. Now, there are some people that I recognize as well. Well, I haven't always lived underground. Well, you see, that was another treaty that we could talk about later. Firstly, we've got an heir to the throne amongst us.
Aw, shit! What? Thaddeus knows about that?
What brings a noble dwarf such as yourself to my table, let alone on this part of the world's underground? Shouldn't you be underground in a mountain somewhere?
Well, I would say laddie, but I think you've got me beat by a few hundred years. My apprentice.
Oh, that's generous. Thank you.
My apprentice here is a seeker of adventure, and he saw the listing for needing adventurers to come out and see what happened to the previous party, and he wanted to join. I think the only reason why we're here at this table is realizing that there's more to the story than what we were led to believe by the people that hired us.
Well, it's hard to put any blame for seeking knowledge. It's a fool's errand, really. Humans are so dense. They may as well be the dwarves, am I right?
Oh. And he
Our
kind of like,
troubles,
he'll
I
kind of
know.
look over at Cain whenever he makes a comment
Yeah.
about.
Cain being human in this instant, it goes right over his head. Moreover, proving his point.
You not only Yezreel, you not only brought royalty to my table, but you also brought a renowned mercenary. Aren't Shortarians typically meant for killing in battle? I thought this was supposed to be diplomatic.
Tar, puts her right fist to her chest. She bows her head before she signs to him. I am simply a hired escort, just to make sure that's none of either side or non-neutral parties affect the convoy, sir.
And then, lastly, I'm sorry for my impartialness. You strike a very, very similar resemblance to one that has done very much wrong by me, Dragonborn.
Oh, shit!
How are you related to Lotus?
She looks.
Oh, shit!
Oh God.
She looks directly at you and she says, "Wrong? What wrong has my brother done?"
Well, about half of my treasury.
Oh, shit!
I don't really see my brother partaking in that. But you're worried about your treasure when the last that I've heard is my brother is sitting at the bottom of a lake.
Well, well, you should probably take some of the scales out of your ears. As I had just spoken with Yezreel, I did not go to that camp to fight. If you have anyone to blame that wench who played with my heart.
Oh, shit.
Played
What?
with your heart.
Who would that have been? We are uncertain on that detail.
Oh, you don't have to lie to me. Her name was Nisram. It seemed like your brother Lotus wanted some type of cuckoldry.
Anyways.
The tea is feeling so hard right now.
Yeah, Aslan's blushing because he is not of these matters. He's like,
Anyways, I'm sorry to change the topic, but you said you have not fought on this part, and it seems neither the Drow outside are equipped for such war. Then who is fighting with the uppers world?
Forgive my shortedness. I am still quite upset.
Still quite upset of your gold. What a trivial thing to be upset about. Hey, I've got an idea. Would you like to play a game?
Aslan just looks right at Dahlia like, you're gonna get us killed.
Stop.
There will be times for games in a minute, child.
Oh, my God.
Now, Loxodon, I don't want to reveal this information, Sweeten the deal.
Hmm.
Shit.
Well,
What
I'm
about
willing
you,
to.
dwarf? You come from nobility. Can any of you offer something? I gave my trust once and it was broken.
Oh fuck. Hold on. Lord Thaddeus, would you give me a second to think about this?
As you say this, the kitchen door is open to a banquet coming out.
Of course,
It
perfect.
seems that there is a whole roasted boar. It's hard to say. They're not native to this part of the land, but something that seems to be reminiscent of pork, with a couple of berries and mushrooms stuffed into its mouth. With an assortment of different accoutrements on the bottom of the plate. A couple of sides are brought in. Typically, they're different roasted and sautéed versions of mushrooms, as well as a very fine aged wine that is poured for each of you. And a darker color drink is poured into a glass, and no plate is at Thaddeus's spot at the table.
I want to note that Dahlia's going to refuse to eat or drink anything.
Aslan
shit.
will partake.
Yeah, I will eat. I have to get like this. My physique demands calories.
Same.
It's delicious.
This
And-
mound was not made in a day.
Car will sign. I hope I mean no disrespect, Lord Thaddeus. With my culture, when we eat, it's very private, and I am currently fasting.
I understand. Could ascertain as much, and I'm not sure what happened to your voice, but I can appreciate your technique.
She bows her
As
head.
he responds back to you telepathically.
She bows her head in respect before she signs again. With my people and my culture, one way that trust is gained is through combat. If you have a champion, I will gladly fight them to show you who I am and my intent.
I appreciate the effort. As you all, for those of you who are eating, can start getting into your food, he replies, "Well, why would I need a champion? If you want to fight, then I'm right here."
She bows her
Okay,
head
damn.
and goes, "If it is to help gain your trust, I will put my life on the line to show you my intent and my honor."
I
No.
will take you at your word. I don't feel like a fight right now. Honestly, if I'm going to be prepared for a fight, I would hope you all would be the same. And we're all currently at a table.
Really?
And that is incredibly poor manners.
If I am to be so bold, what if you've mentioned this Nisram played with your heart? If we were to kill this person, would that be sufficient?
Well, I tried to do that myself. But it seems like that Lotus person drowned her in the process.
You can't swim?
Oh,
Shit.
Well,
Lord Thaddeus.
I will say he's not. He just means this as a genuine question.
okay, so I know this isn't what your intent was, but I want you to roll a persuasion check to see if he will actually reveal to you.
Sure, why the fuck not?
19.
Well, it seems like you came here with more information than I had anticipated from the beginning. I am a vampire, and there was running water. I didn't want to go in there.
What if we, or I, will put my life on the line for this information? If I can bring back both the statue and Nisram's body, would that be sufficient?
Are you fucking offering up Dahlia's brother's stone body? Oh shit, this is gonna get heated.
How about this?
What about
Oh, sorry.
Nisram's soul?
I was
Well, yeah,
just
that-
about to say that,
that's-
God damn it, yes, you!
that's what I'm saying is Nisram's soul.
To sweeten the pot before you answer, I have a creature named Surtur in my shadows. Apparently, it was a creature bound to her. It may help me in retrieving her body and soul and bringing it here.
I'm not trying to underestimate your ability, but I believe my court wizard would have more to do with Surtur than you.
I wouldn't be so sure, Lord Thaddeus.
Let me bring him down. Give him
By
just
all
a
means.
moment.
Joe.
Yes.
Conversation kind of goes to a standstill. There's an awkward tension in the air that's been building and building. Rage building within Dahlia with all the insults that have been thrown and all the discomfort of the passive threats that's been thrown towards the party has been kind of sitting in the air. You all get your fill of the dinner and the doors open. What seems to be someone in a wizard's garb, a massive spellbook, sits next to him as he takes a seat next to Aslan.
My name is Aslan. Quite nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you. I'm surprised that the Lord let you in, but I am at his will.
As we are we.
My lord, what is it that you requested? Actually, I think it might be best if our newfound acquaintances explain to you the offer that they have offered me.
Aslan would just re-explain it.
You have Surtur, don't you?
I do.
Interesting.
Was he once tied to you?
In a manner of speaking.
Oh.
Seems to be playing coy.
Well, he is here with me. I was hoping he could help us find Nisram's soul to bring it to Lord Thaddeus in exchange for all the information of the going on war.
My lord, I assume I have room to speak fluidly. He doesn't respond, so he continues. To be honest, I don't know if you'd be able to give us anything that we would actually want. If I wanted Nisram's soul, I'd be able to retrieve it. To be honest, the only quest that we had asked, that we actually needed, the previous
Your
party
shit back.
already took care of. And we already have the artifact that we require. You see, the war that's been taking place upstairs, so to speak. This is a war that's been waging for thousands of years. The humans seem to be confused about their true intentions. They seem to be complacent on actually finding out the actual truth of the matter. Let me change the music real quick. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
It just got real circusy in here, bitches. Where's the
I
clowns?
was like, are we on a merry-go-round now?
Clowns that hopping out for entertainment.
Yeah, it's like circa 1780, circus.
Like these ones.
Yes.
Oh,
If
Lord.
you are given some kind of tour around our facilities, you will see some paintings depicting a war that took place about 1,000 years ago, where Lord Thaddeus single-handedly and mercilessly murdered humans. He was the strongest. 7 Lion Pride be damned. Each generation that they reborn, he killed over and over and over again. Until a peace treaty was formed, where Lord Thaddeus would be given the second heir to the throne, or at least the second heir to the general. As tribute, they would grow up within his eternal coffins and they'd be used as a food source, so he would never need to come back up to the surface. You see, the reason why we are upset with the party, yes, they ran off with our gold, yes, they betrayed our trust, but they destroyed one of the food sources. It will be at least 100 years until he can regain a new heir to one of the generals. you understand the gravity of the situation, you come here with the gall from Aerolas saying that you wish to help, but yet you pry for information. Tell me why we shouldn't attack you on the spot.
Because yes,
Well,
we come
you
from
can try.
Aerolas, Dahlia. We come from Aerolas, but this information is not for them. They have given us no information.
I need a steamy deception check.
Steamy. I like that.
Does anyone have a way to boost this right now?
Can I give him
Um,
inspiration?
And
If
let me-
somebody wants to assist, you need to do it in conversation. You need to somehow help Yezreel's comment.
Okay, I
Israel,
know.
what was your comment?
Okay, I got
Well,
a way.
yeah, Tar got it
Tar
first.
called dibs, so please.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I would like to do a maneuver tactical assessment and relay information to said roller.
I like it. I like it. Creative. Give me
Thank you.
a roll.
Cool. Investigation history or insight.
This the roll will be determined on what you pick, because I can see it going all three ways.
I'll go with history since I got a +6 in that, and I get a superiority dice to it. You can expend, okay. So that is going to be a 24
Nice.
plus. Where is my where's my dice at? Where's the dice for my superiority dice? Oh, right here. Here we go. I will do 1.
You okay. Let me tell me the roll, and I'll let you know what happens. Because
Yep,
you definitely
1.
passed.
Okay, yeah, I want to see. I want. I'll take the. It won't let me just roll 1. Okay, I'll take the 10 that I rolled, so it's actually 34.
Okay. So, you know about roads. You have worked with many. You have been a part of many mercenary groups where subterfuge was required. You know it's common for roads to have contacts, especially in high places. And for what you're able to tag, at least from initial glance, and the information that Yezreel was able to convince the king and queen of, he's got to have a contact within the court. So you can use that to your advantage, and you can relay what you decide.
Yeah, she's doing her sign language underneath the table, and she's only speaking to who's doing deception?
Yezreel.
Yeah, so Israel, she's only speaking to you, and she's relaying this information subtly underneath the table.
Tell me what you relay.
And then I just have to just like brain fart that for him to have the information, he has to have information. Someone in Aerolas who's giving him information. Was
Okay.
that what you basically relayed to me?
Yep, so you
Okay.
relay this to him before Yezreel even speaks, with the determination knowing that, reminding him of his contact that he actually can do this, but he has not promised anything. The court wizard, Pythondrius, ponders on this.
Did he actually roll yet?
He got a 24, right?
16 is what I see.
16, and then Tar got a 24.
No, but
And I only rolled once.
Okay,
wasn't
and now,
she
now
helping
I
with
need,
advantage?
yeah, now I need you to give me some advantage.
Okay.
Advantage. Make it steamy. Make it wet.
Let me-
Oh my
oh, that's
God.
not very steamy.
Make it moist.
Roll again.
Yep.
Alright. Come on. Ooh, 28.
Your silver tongue peters out. Your training and being reminded of the power that you hold within your grasp. Pythondrius ponders. I trust you.
Thank you. As do I.
But you can see the effect that this has had on our economy. We've had to ration our food. We've had to ration it all the way throughout town. You see, this betrayal, although, yes, it may seem petty to complain about finances when we have so much, but we don't have trades down here. Our own economy circulates through our own treasury.
Hard.
We can't
Oh.
take your deal.
Again?
Oh. I did just feed all your citizens. I'm willing to do that as long as you require.
And Tart will add, as she signs to him, I can also relay to the Armorclad to trade with you. We have many clans and many tribes along the world. It's very easy that we can find our way here.
Okay. I have a counter offer. We will help you. You will swear allegiance to the Drow,
Oh, fuck me.
and you will continue a quest that I have for you. If you refuse, there will be consequences.
Oh, fuck!
That hardly seems fair.
Fair. Don't talk to me about fair. Freaking stale mouth.
Say that again and I'll burn you to pieces.
If you want to talk about fair, talk to the previous party who is cindered in ashes. One that is at the bottom of a lake. One that has been so deprived by his own depression that he has secluded himself and continues to live underground, selling petty wares to our warriors that try to scout even further. And we have another one that was sworn that he had so much luck, but that luck did not help him in the end, and did not help us.
Nope.
The only person that we had even the remote amount of trust at the end was Lotus, and he offed himself. Don't tell me. I will not spare any more of our trust, as it's been spread so thin. If you want my help, if you want the Lord Thaddeus's help, then you will do as we ask.
You see Dahlia back down.
Like, meta question, what are they helping us with again? Sorry.
Well, honestly, they're just going to help us, but now
Just
the
with
terms
whatever.
yeah, but the terms have now changed to, like, we have to swear allegiance to the Drow now.
So, while I mull this over, I'm just trying to make sure I have everything straight in my head. A long time ago, there was a disagreement between Thaddeus and the humans. Thaddeus kicked their butt to the point that they made an agreement of peace only if their second born of the general was given to him as food, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, but the second born has been killed, so there's not another one we can grab for you.
And that brings me to the quest. We will allow you to stay here safely. I give both of our word that you will not be harmed if you stay within our rooms. You have one night to think it over. Your quest. Retrieve the second born of Felix Evermore, and bring him back to Lord Thaddeus.
Oh, fuck.
And we will end this war once and for all.
If we do this, is our pact over once completed?
It depends on how well you get the job done.
Oh, dude.
Everybody now multi-class to warlock.
Right.
I guess we should think it over.
I was also hoping that Gladdek could say it.
Yeah. I want everybody to put their word in because this is a huge decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we're by ourselves talking, Tar will definitely give her side of things.
Yeah, can we like go to a separate room and have a meeting, or would they agree to that?
Lord Thaddeus and Pythondria stand up. I would say that it was a pleasure speaking with you, but we'll wait to see if that's the case. Have some time to think to yourselves, and the rooms are open to you. Again, you have our word that you will not be touched. The wait staff will take you to your rooms when you are prepared. Good night.
Thank
So
you.
we can just
Thank
talk
you.
at the table, basically.
Yeah.
They both
As-
leave the room, and the door shuts, and you all are kind of left with the scraps of dinner that are quickly replaced by this like royally decorated type of cake. Seems to be made by a couple of different types of curds and custards. It seems to be lemony, some type of lemon curd cheesecake of kind.
Ooh, okay.
As the door closes, Dahlia's just gonna, like, the door will close, and Dahlia's enraged is just gonna throw her axe at the door and shout, "I fucking hate him already!"
So
Temper, my friend. We are not at advantage here.
here's the thing. I am biased. My opinion may sway from one to another depending on how Gladdek sits on this. But everyone, you're looking at Colonel Cain Maxwell, and I am a hero of the people. And I've realized the Drow are not at fault here. And I might have to forsake my country in order to save the greater amount of people. Now, as uncomfortable as it makes me feel, we've already sort of turned our backs on Arolas to a degree. I'm not opposed to turning our backs on this allegiance to the Drow if it means we can save more of them. But that's where I stand.
I'm going to do this in line of Discord.
Sure.
So next is going to be Aslan.
I believe I stand on the side of peace and the most good that can be done. It doesn't seem the reason that we can convince him just to not do anything. Where there's hate, there is always sacrifice. Where there is pain, there will always be strife. And I believe that in this situation, the best thing to do, well, for now, I believe we should return and talk to the general and at least ask him if we were able to kill Lord Thaddeus, would that stop the war with the Drow? Would the Drow be left at peace? If his answer is no, then I want to give the sun and stop this war.
Before we have any interjections, I want everybody to get their word
Okay,
in, and
yeah,
then we can
yeah.
conversate afterwards.
Okay.
So next up, Dahlia.
As Dahlia blows smoke out her nostrils, I do not like the accusations that have been made on my brother. I do not like the way that they speak about him, nor do I like the way that they are treating me just because I'm in relation. However, I agree with Aslan. I think it would be worth it to know what exactly our options are.
Gladdek.
Well, I think our options are pretty limited at this point. I don't know if you guys caught it, but they basically told us that if we didn't accept the terms of this condition, that more or less we were at war with them. They did not say we were leaving on good terms. So either we accept this quest and to be in their alliance, or we're expecting a fight. I was actually surprised that we had the entire party come to this diplomatic conversation, because we've now put all of our eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of surprised too.
what we have learned now is that Felix Evermore has been lying to us the entire time. His lineage has been tied to Lord Thaddeus, and it seems that he's been using these parties to come down here and basically break the peace treaty he made, or his ancestors made, without necessarily dirtying his own hands. So, despite my own personal feelings of having to give up potentially my kingdom and join an alliance with the Drow, that seems to be the only way forward at the moment.
Tar.
Tar kind of pets her die low as she kind of does the body animations of a sigh. As she begins to sigh, and she goes, I can't just swear my allegiance here and there. That is not my way or my people's way. And she looks at Dahlia and signs. I will forgo my honor and my identity if the only way to get Dahlia's brother back is through siding with the Drow. And she just kind of slumps back and looks down.
Jezreel, you are the one who brought this party here. Whether it be righteous actions or not, poor decisions made, or diplomatic situations handled poorly, you could talk with your contact later, but regardless, those actions have put you in a dire situation and your crew is at stake. What do you say?
Oh shit, let's hear it, Captain Israel.
I understand that we are in a rough situation. Although, I do agree with Gladdek. There is not a whole lot of choice we have here. And that is my fault. These allegiance that they propose. Yes, it could end the war, but it could also make it worse. We have no way of choosing. And we could not accept and try to fight our way out of here, because I believe that is the only option that they'll give us. Or we accept and try to find another way out in a safer way and bide our time.
Tar will sign.
Hold on. Sorry. I know, so
You're good?
I'm gonna push things along.
Okay.
I want each individual player to have their own mindset into this as we go on to the next day. After you finish your conversation, all the thoughts of the ethics in the way. Do we fight this potentially lethal fight and continue aiding Aralas and Western Ucall? Or do you assist them committing atrocious deeds to potentially end the war, as what they have quote-unquote promised? The camera pans across the table, going to each player individually as they're pondering deep in thought. As the camera pans to the door, the axe wedged inside of it. Over the course of the next 8 hours, you guys are brought to your rooms. You all have individual rooms. I'm going to say you're going to get a full long rest. If there is anything you want to do within that time, now is the time to say. Otherwise, we're going to continue going forward.
Yeah, we should just go down in the order again.
Sure.
If
Okay.
we want.
Aslan, what are you doing in this 8-hour period? Everybody's getting up from the table.
I actually wanted to bring up a plan. We don't have to fight on our own. I could teleport back to the general, gather as many men as I can teleport back, and come back here with all of them and fight.
I think it's a maximum of 8. I'll have to look that up later, but it's not a huge amount.
8. At least the general would be a decent help.
I doubt the general would put himself on the front lines in such a
Like,
way.
not to meta here, but I mean, we did kick his ass pretty good with the party last time.
Yeah,
I
but
think
we
with
had-
even some NPCs, we could put up a good fight, especially with how many barbarians we got in here.
Hold up, but we're not
Also,
forgetting the
It's
weapons
8,
that
confirmed.
we're not forgetting the weapons that you and Yisrael had that kept that motherfucker like stuck. You know, like.
Oh yeah, if we fight Thaddeus, you negate his healing factor as a vampire.
Yeah, but didn't we have another special weapon that like stunned him?
I had
No,
the
he was a
poison
monk.
blades, but that was because I was a monk. I kept stunning them with my hands.
Oh, we don't have that this time.
I still
All right,
have
let's try to keep metagaming as we're strategizing.
But basically, a second option, if the party doesn't want that plan, I could just teleport us out of here. We could rally our forces, because even though this was a plan made long ago with Lord Thaddeus and ancestors, why should the ancestors of today pay for the ancestors' faults? Though I don't agree with him not telling us information and basically using people and killing people and starting wars for their own needs when this is a battle between two. I don't believe neither of them in their right. So honestly, the best outcome I can see is just to kill Lord Thaddeus if it's an option. So I could teleport us out of here. We could tell them what we know and prepare to mount an attack.
If this is the plan that you guys go with, you will not get the benefits of a long rest.
Yeah, I would feel differently, Aslan, if the teleport spell could bring back more people. I'd feel like the iron is hot, though.
Well, either way, we're in a corner.
Next in line, Colonel Cain Maxwell. What are you doing in the 8 hours? You can participate in the conversation, or you can tell me what you're gonna do.
I mean, I'll do both.
Okay.
But like, I'll stand. My position on that is, going with the allegiance with the Drow. But what I want to do for the rest of the night before I go to bed is make a total of 2 steaks for everybody in the party.
You'd be able to do that in a reasonable amount of time now that you're not hiding that action.
Yeah, I'll just do it in my room and then sort of like throw them up all in a little bundle.
Okay. Dahlia, anything to contribute to the conversation, and what would you like to do in the 8 hours?
At this point, Dahlia doesn't have much to contribute to the conversation. She's all for killing Lord Thaddeus. For the rest of the 8 hours, she's just gonna take her rest if she can.
Okay. Gladdek, anything to the conversation, and what are you doing in the 8 hours?
We're talking about trying to subvert Lord Thaddeus, when so far all he's done is host us. The only time he's been cold to us is when we've retaliated with our own tempers. I personally don't feel that teleporting out of here, if it's even an option, we're assuming that the court wizard hasn't set up some sort of anti-magic here, or that they couldn't immediately teleport after us if we were to depart as well.
That's a fair point.
I personally don't think it's honorable to just depart, even if it is an option, and then to go bring back an army whenever they've literally done nothing to instigate war that we've seen or discussed. You may choose what you want, but I am going to go commune with Morden, and then he'll walk to his room.
I want you to make a religion check, please. And is there anything specific you want to do in to set up some type of like altar of any kind, or are you just going bare bones?
I mean, really, the only thing he's got on him right now that might work is like his smith tools, but since we that was a recent thing, I would say maybe he's got like his warhammer laid out in front of him, basically focusing on the emblem of Morden that's on the hammer itself.
Before you say what you want to say, religion check.
It's 11.
Okay. Say what you need.
It wasn't anything specific. It's more or less he's just preparing his what little bit of cleric abilities he has at this point. Looking to see if.
Well, I mean, sure, but like when you kneel down, you grab the pendant that you had found. You look at your smithing tools and ponder on the actions you have done. Tell me your thoughts. Like, what is Gladdek truly feeling? And all these people keep recognizing your lineage. What is your mental state at? What do you need as not only an adventurer, but as a follower of Morden? What do you need from your god?
Morden, please tell me this is the way forward. I made this warhammer not to only protect those that are around me, but to rebuild once the fighting is done. And I am ready for the fighting to be done. Please tell me this is going to be the way forward so that we can rebuild a strong relationship across this plane of existence.
You don't hear anything back, mostly because of your low roll. However, you've taken on this power. You have sworn that you would do Morden's work, and you have asked for his assistance for your growth, for knowledge, for wisdom, for power. And although you don't get a response, you see a slight shimmer of a glow coming from your back. You take your warhammer and put it in front of your face. In Dwarven, carved in a sacred light, etched within the pommel. Win the fight, is what it says. Can you tell me the description of your warhammer, please?
It's a pretty standard warhammer. It's a little bit more decorative, just based off of Gladdek's craftsmanship. It's called Thumper, and on the actual head of the hammer is the flame of Morden on either side. It doesn't have an Earthforgian steel in it, but it's got the same sort of red shimmer of where the flame's at, and then it's kind of like an ornate handle on it.
You see, as you pick up your hammer and look at the pommel with the glowing dwarven text written on it, win the fight is what it says. It resonates with you. It's a glowing arc underneath your body on the floor. The symbol of Morden is created. You can now consider your warhammer a +1 weapon. +1 to attack, +1.
Oh shit! What? Oh shit! Okay. Little boom there. Little boon rather.
And you're not sure how to interpret this message, but from the text that you can read in your language, it seems that Morden wants you to fight. Tar, conversation is rounding up, and there's been a plan that's been brought up by Aslan about teleporting and getting additional forces to fight. There's been other controversial takes saying that maybe we should help the Drow to prevent loss. But what is Tar's take?
Tar's take is she swore on her honor as an armor-clad to fulfill this mission with her name and her clan's name but Dahlia saved her, and she's willing to give that up to help resolve whatever it needs to find her brother. So right now she is basically at the whims of wherever Dahlia decides to go with. When she's in her room, again? Oh, sorry.
Tar, you have the floor.
When she goes to her room, she probably spends the first 2 hours in her naked form, whatever that may be, as she has her armor on her bed laid out, and she just looks at it just silently for those 2 hours before just thinking of her identity and what she's currently struggling with. And then she spends the next 6 hours doing the long rest that she needs.
The only thoughts that come to your mind, Tar, or at least the reasoning, and the ethics that you had never really considered before. Your clan is so foreign to the concept of doing what's right versus what brings the money. What you were hired to do, what you can do to provide for your clan. The thought crosses mind of the opportunities that your clan could have if you were successful here. The thought that, Tar, you had ambitions of becoming the next leader of your clan. Being that said, as a leader, what is the right choice here? And this thought plagues you. You still gain the benefits of a long rest, but it is not restful. Yezreel, the conversation is wrapping up, and what are you doing within the 8 hours?
I will go to my room and mainly just kind of make sure all of my gear is in place, preparing for what might come. And I write out a letter.
Interesting, okay.
Write out a letter to Drogar. Pretty much, and this isn't a letter that I'm sending out, it's more so if something were to happen. Essentially, I'm writing out a will to Drogar.
Okay.
But
Now,
more so stating why I was not told any information about this.
with all the guilt and the consequences of the actions that are not entirely your own, but you've had to own up to completely, anger, confusion, guilt, they all riddle your mind. This isn't what you wanted. You told him what happened. You know he's in a political party and he could have spun it hundreds of different ways, and yet he left you in this situation where now you are having to fight for your life again against the same enemy that killed almost everyone in your last party. And here you are again. How do you know? How could you know that when you return to him again, how will his words affect your life? It's hard not to write with all of this passion and anger within yourself. You finish the letter. Make it as diplomatic as possible. Try to get a reason as to why. Write out a will, so to speak. And with your criminal contact feature, you have a criminal contact in every city. So this letter will be delivered, but it may take some time. But your letter is delivered. It's picked up by a crow at the window. And you are left with all of these conflicting thoughts and ideals in your mind? Let's take a quick 5-minute break, everybody. Let's return back at about 8:32. All right, guys. Now that everyone is here, we will continue. We are running low on time. So,
Yeah.
you all wake up. Some of you feeling invigorated. Some of you feeling depressed and tossed with emotions. Some of you are just at conflict at whether if you assist the party in self-sacrificial ways or if you help the war effort. What do you do? As you wake up, everybody, you all convene in the hallway at around the same time. Gauging how long you actually rest can be pretty tough when you don't see the sun, but within about a half hour, everybody waiting in the hallway, you all convene with each other once more.
I give everybody immediately walking up. I show up in costume, and I say I worked very hard to make these. I hope you don't have to use them. And I give everyone 2 wooden stakes. And I say, please hide them on your person. We don't want to give Lord Thaddeus any wrong ideas.
I didn't make you make a history check on that before, but for everyone else, give me history checks. Because I'm not sure if you guys would know about that weakness with vampires.
Oh, I just assumed because of like stories as a kid,
Oh, I got
Damn
you.
it.
whether it works or not.
That's why I'm having them roll history checks.
I got a 13.
I got a 9.
11.
We don't know
Vampire
shit about
Gladdek.
vampires.
As far as a lot of you know, it's been rumored that a wooden stake to the heart could either outright kill a vampire or just take him out of the fight. It's unclear. All of your information seems to be conflicting one another, but it's a shot.
Ellie's gonna take both of her stakes and just hold one in each hand, and she's kind of like looks up at the colonel and says, "Perfect, just what I needed."
She kind of shakes her hand at your stakes as she kind of does her thumb to her arrows on her waist.
What, are these not cooked good enough for you?
I can't, as she signs to you, I can't really fire those things. Too short, too thick. I have
Well-
my bows are wood. Some of them, at least.
Sure. Well, more for me.
Israel hides his stakes under his cloak, one on each side of his hip.
Sure, like Van Helsing style, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just
As you
Yeah.
all gather and conversate, the day passes by. No smell of any freshly cooked meal. It seems as if their hospitality had some bounds. But you are all alone in the hallway. You can walk down to the south to a spiral staircase that will lead you to the cookery. The dining hall that you were in the night before. Or you go north. The hallway also leads to a spiral staircase going up one of the towers. What do you do?
Where did he say for us to meet him? Or
They didn't say.
okay. Tara's gonna sign to Dahlia and go, I'll be honest with you. It may be best to side with him so you can find your brother while there's not a war going on.
As much as I hate to agree with you, my friend, but I already agreed upon that yesterday while we were talking with him. I just didn't want to admit it.
She kind of pauses for a minute when you say that you are gonna side
God damn it.
with him, and then she nods before she kind of gives you like a pat on the back, but that pat felt more sorrow and enduring as she just headed forward towards the dining hall.
Okay, everyone else.
Heading towards the dining hall, I'm just going to discreetly lean over my shoulder into Gladdek's ear and say, I don't know if I wanted to come to this, but do you think we could take him?
Well, laddie, that's the tough part. We don't know. I had a similar instance when I was talking or trying to commune with Morden. I got a response or an indication as he kind of shows the hammer with the words written, but it doesn't.
Oh!
But it doesn't say which fight. Is it this fight? Are we? Is
Win the fight.
Does that mean we need to win a fight with Thaddeus, or is it another fight? There is no clear path.
Well, just know I'm going in there loaded, regardless. And I reaffirm that statement by revealing where I had hidden the 4 states on my body. And in fact, one of them is just underneath my wife beater, so you can see there's an indentation of something underneath my shirt. But I don't have a lot of clothes like Yezreel, so I have to make do with what I got.
I would like to note that Dahlia did not hide the stakes. She's holding them.
I will keep that noted.
Yezreel.
So, yeah. Yezreel, what do you do? There are 2 paths that you can pick from. One going to the dining hall and one that takes you directly up the tower.
Israel will go down the dining hall with everybody else. As he goes down, he kind of pulls Tar a little bit behind. And I understand that you have made a vow to the Ironclad, and that this vow would conflict with that. I am going to side with them, for now at least. I do not expect you to do the same, and I do not blame you if you do not.
She puts her hand on your shoulder as she signs with one hand. My clan, the Armor Clan. Our honor is everything. To rid oneself of that is to rid oneself of identity. I know that I've had hard feelings for you. But you did what you had to do to survive, and that's all we can do, truly.
Yes.
No matter what, I wish you the best of luck, no matter what direction we go.
As do I.
Hey guys, I need a quick second to put my kids to bed. I will be right back, and then we will get right back to what would come next. So,
everyone pretend you're asleep.
So we heard from Gladdek, and we heard from Cain, we heard from Tar and from Yezreel, as well as from Dahlia. I believe all that we need left is we need Aslan. Do you head up the stairs, or you head down the stairs to the dining hall?
So does everybody go to the dining hall?
Yeah, pretty much.
Aslan's gonna go to the dining hall with the group. Is everybody are we sitting down at the table at this point?
You guys are starting to head down as a maid is waiting at the bottom of the stairwell to greet you all.
I want to specifically say one thing. I'm not going to sit because I'm at an incredibly bigger disadvantage as far as protecting myself. So I will stand by the chair of the table or whatever. I'm not going to be sitting down.
I understand.
Okay.
The maid speaks up as you all get to the bottom of the stairs. We can all wait in the foyer so you all can have a decent place to conversate, but we have been informed to not make a meal. So please, convene in the dining hall, and Lord Thaddeus and Pythondria should be here shortly.
So much for intercontinental breakfast.
As
Yep.
you all are escorted into the dining hall, you wait for about 5 minutes as the doors open to only Court Wizard Pythondrius. I see that some of you may be at odds at what decision you would want to make. There are some that have prepared themselves for a fight. I guess I could only respect as much, regardless of the decisions you have come from. But I assume, with the surviving member of the previous party, Yezreel, you are the leader?
In a sense.
Interesting. Well, tell me who is actually in charge then.
More democratic.
Fine. Tell me, what is your decision? Do you reclaim what was our right within the treaty? Or do you continue to help the filth with the uneducated and riddled minds that there's still a war going on?
I choose the allegiance with you.
I want to hear from the Dragonborn.
No! Why would you say that, DM?
You have states drawn at each hand. Clearly,
Oh my
your
God.
decision is not made yet. Tell me what your decision is.
Hang on, I have food in my mouth.
Oh.
She
Yeah.
kinda,
Yeah. While you're waiting, you're just like having steam smoked at her nose, you know.
oh, she looks down at the steaks and she looks back up and she says, "I was just given these. I thought they were neat, so I didn't want to put them away. Are you afraid
Deception.
of them?"
Oh, I mean, you could do deception or intimidation with that last line.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker, that's a 10.
For what?
Given them, she says. Am I intimidated? Tell me your answer.
And she kind of like pulls her head back and chuckles as well. I have a condition.
We've made very clear that it would have to be a quite hefty. But I'll hear you out.
All I want is my brother. That's it. I'll swear my allegiance. Brother.
Can you say that to the person who could very likely have been the cause of this inter-party conflict of the last group? If Lord Thaddeus comes down here, breathing down your neck, fangs bared, and you tell him that you will side with him, knowing that he could have been the reason why Nisram turned on your group, you still have that opinion.
Yes.
Loxodon, speak.
Could I make an inside check to see if Dolly is lying with that answer? Like gritting her teeth?
I will allow you to do a passive insight. What is your passive? It's 10.
23.
Wow, you have a plus 13 to insight?
Yeah, I have a plus. Yeah.
That motherfucker.
Dahlia, based off of how you spoke and your physical actions, did you lie at all, or like did you show any true intentions behind what you said?
She did have her teeth gritted when she said it.
I see. But that, interpret from that what you will, Aslan. You're not entirely certain of her actual motives with what she said, but that's what you're able to interpret.
Okay. Aslan just kind of takes a breather for a moment. And he's going to cast Teleport
Oh shit!
on the rest of the party to the surface.
Oh.
Not himself.
The camera pans to a suddenly empty dining room.
It takes a minute to cast a spell, doesn't it?
It's instant.
Instant.
We checked while you were gone.
Can we decline? Or
Yeah, I was gonna
has
say,
to be willing?
is it willing or unwilling?
Well, I
It-
mean, what does it specifically say in the spell text? We need to know.
Yeah,
It does say
spell.
up to 8 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within range.
Tar, if you don't want to go, please make a saving throw. Versus Aslan's spell save DC.
Yeah, I don't want to be bamfed either.
Yeah,
I don't
what's,
either.
What's
Neither
the
would
saving
they.
throw?
At all. What's the saving throw?
Hold on. To kind of rid the chaos one at a time. Who wants to go? Who wants to stay?
I want to stay.
Dahlia wants to stay.
Gladdek staying.
Tar wants to stay.
Ezreal will stay.
The whole party.
Aslan, if you want to redact your actions, I will allow you at this point. But if not, I will allow you to continue.
That's what he would do as a character.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to
Yeah.
continue on with the party, and I will get back to you momentarily. Okay. The camera pans. All of a sudden, tensions are risen high. Immediately, the spellbook pages of Pythondrius start to act up as he expected some type of offensive spell to be thrown. But all of a sudden, Aslan is no longer able to be seen.
Ooh.
What is the meaning of this?
Wait, hold on. What?
Only
Aslan
Aslan.
casted teleport, but he didn't. Pythondrius does not know what spell he cast.
Right, but like he cast it on all of us. Don't we need to like?
No. I like for the sake. I don't want any unwilling participants to go with him. So anyone who wanted to stay, I'm going to allow them to stay.
Well,
Thank you.
his plan was to teleport us and have him stay. Is that
Yeah,
what you
yeah.
said?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I was teleporting everybody but me. Basically, to sit there and dispel a teleport if they went after.
Well, jeez. Okay.
I mean, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Because you were expending a spell slot, everybody make a spell save DC.
Okay.
Which
What's
saving throw is it?
Well, yeah, let's say
Yeah.
throw.
I believe you're a sorcerer, right? You're a bard.
No, I'm a bard, so I guess charisma.
Yeah, charisma saving throw. What's your saving throw?
Oh my god.
Man.
Charisma?
Oh, 6.
If we want to rewrite this a little bit, because you're the only
Yeah.
willing participant.
Yeah,
would
yeah.
you
I
be
don't
willing
want
go
to fuck up.
separately?
I don't want to fuck up. I feel bad. I don't want to fuck up everybody's
No,
thing.
no. That's okay.
Yeah.
I want to know what you want to do.
I mean, my plan here is just to save the party from having to break their vows and like their morals. Was my plan here? Because clearly nobody wants to do this.
Okay, so for the sake of the party and the group, let's just redact what happened, and time will rewind a bit.
Okay.
If that's something that can happen, I can allow you to prepare teleport. If that's what it comes to, I'm fine
Okay.
with that. But
Sure.
let's hold that card a little closely for at least the time being until
Sure.
we see what happens.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Go. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want this to be
No. Like I
railroaded.
don't want to like make it not fun for everyone. So whatever.
No. You're just
Yeah.
good. I think that's a great exit strategy, but let's hold off on that for just a moment. Sorry, I don't usually step in as a DM like that very often, but let's hold off for just a second.
We could even
I want to
say.
hear.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
was gonna
want to
say-
hear from everyone else real quick. We heard from Dahlia. We heard from Aslan. Colonel Cain Maxwell.
I, like Ezreal, am ready to swear an allegiance. I think the Drow people are worth saving.
Tar.
Tar kind of, she looks at Dahlia and she looks at the rest of the group. She walks over to She walks over to Dahlia and hands Dahlia Garza her dillo, and just puts her hand on Dahlia's shoulder as she walks over to the wizard. She signs. My job here is to stop this war on the side of the other stake, and I vowed myself as an armor-clad in my honor. I cannot break that and swear allegiance.
Before anything drastic happens, I want to give the other players a turn to talk. So, Gladdek.
Well, laddie, as much as it hates me to say that I will make an allegiance with another empire, I think this is the only resolution that is likely to end in the least amount of bloodshed. So you will have my allegiance as needed.
Yezreel, you brought this group together. Your team is at odds. And this is going to be a hell of a diplomacy check. How are you going to salvage this situation? Half of your party wants to go, half of your party wants to stay. Tell me, what do you say?
Is there any chance that if some of us stay, will you let the rest go?
Persuasion. There will be no assisting on this check.
19.
Okay. I realize I have been quite harsh. Coming up with a decision such as this is not easy, and I understand the controversial takes on both sides. I have one more quest. If you all truly want this war to end, you want the senseless bloodshed to be over, you want the peace treaty between Lord Thaddeus and the humans to be redeemed by regaining the life of the second heir of Felix Evermore. I will give you one option, and one option alone. I will not have this diplomacy as, I mean, this... Jesus, of course this happens while I'm...
Democracy?
I will not have this democracy vote on this option. If you all can agree in 5 minutes to accept this quest, we will avoid all bloodshed at this moment in time.
He's basically giving us one last chance.
You see, the artifact, the half of the artifact that we had received from the previous party, it was split long ago. We were unsure of how to resolve it, how to fix it, how to repair something of this rarity. But I have since learned how. At this current time, I hold in my possession the Eye of Vecna.
Oh, fuck. Are you kidding me? Are you shitting me, dude?
The Eye of Vecna is to be planted within the ranks of the 7 Lion Pride generals. You do this, I will be able to use its power to influence the minds of the humans to end this war.
I didn't Vecna involved.
If you do this
Oh,
and provide the work that Lord Vecna has placed upon me, you all will be spared. If not, it will be time to fight. Make your choice. I will leave you alone. You have 5 minutes.
The final curtain is revealed, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Vecna, everybody. What are you all gonna do? He shuts the door and you have 5 minutes IRL time. I am not gonna go further than 5 minutes.
Okay, you know what? Oh, sorry.
Would we know who Vecna is?
History check or
Yeah.
religion.
Quickly.
Oh,
History or religion? Both are. I'm going to go the religion route.
I got an 8, so no.
Hold on,
Nat
I'm gonna-
20 with a
hold on.
21.
hold
got
on,
a
I'm gonna-
19.
I'm gonna call for rolls in just a second. I'm gonna
Okay.
go in order of Discord. Let me
Okay.
know when everybody's ready.
Just start going. Yeah, I think everyone's
Okay.
ready.
Aslan, what roll did you pick and what did you get?
Religion 8.
Okay. Vecna, you have no idea. Never heard of it. Colonel Cain Maxwell.
If you wanted to let me go last, I got a nat 20 with a 21
Okay.
for
Dahlia.
religion.
For history, I got a 19.
You are familiar with Vecna. Vecna is a god that was sworn into the pantheon relatively recently. And when I say recently, probably within the last 1,000 years or so. Approximately around the time when Lord Thaddeus said that he gained his vampiric powers and caused havoc upon the human race. As far as what you can tell, the Vecna became ascended to godhood because of his lichdom of how powerful he was. And that's about all you know. You don't know really any folklore. Vecna is not talked about often. Gladdek,
10 in history.
you do not know the name Vecna. Tar,
8.
you do not know the name Vecna. Yezreel,
History 19.
there are some people within your Thieves Guild cults that you have spoken with. You don't usually like to put your sword within the midst of the cult side of the Thieves Guild because it gets a little bit too touchy-feely with the emotion behind the jobs that you do. However, you do know that a lot of the followers of Vecna, they try their best to spread. Let me just make sure I'm saying this right. They try their best to enforce blackmail and coercion rather than assassination, which is what your specialty is in. So you don't know a whole lot, although you do know the worshippers are aplenty and usually have some pretty dark things that they do.
Okay.
Now, Colonel Cain Maxwell,
With the
You-
religion.
you have heard tales of this. Specifically, you recall a point in time, and it's hard to say why this is so uncanny, why you were able to remember this so well. Upon one of your adventures with Gladdek, when you guys first started your journey to become true heroes. Meta-wise, you were probably around level 5 at this point. Very start. You came across an ancient ruin where there was an urn with a statue right behind it of Vecna. There were offerings in gold, skulls, and vials of blood that were left behind. Vecna is evil incarnate. The followers you have never seen. You have never read any text on Vecna, but you can attest that this is not a good person.
So I've never read any text.
No.
So he's only known by collective knowledge.
Yes. Because of your nat 20, you have a specific recollection of a time where you have run into an artifact or at least a altar of Vecna, but you don't know a whole lot more than that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Nat 20 can only go so far when you don't have the proficiencies.
Well, DM, if you want to respect your time limit, how many minutes do we have left?
If we have to, we are gonna cut this short because I have something planned depending on what happens. You guys have 5 minutes starting now.
I'll just make it short and sweet. Even now, knowing what we may have to do, Colonel Cain Maxwell is going to bank on the potential opportunity in the future to be able to do some sort of pivoting move where we're not planting a evil artifact in our homeland, and still will follow through with the deal. So my vote is yes.
Okay, Aslan, give a brief description of your reasoning and your vote. We're gonna go with the majority.
Aslan's still on the side of no. He doesn't feel like this is the right side to go with. Even though the Drow need help, I don't think they need help like this.
Okay, so 1 vote yes, 1 vote no. Dahlia.
Dahlia, knowing what she knows about the name of Vecna, is like very leery now, but she's gonna say yes, even though she might not fully be on that side.
2 votes yes, 1 vote no. Gladdek.
The only
You
thing
don't know any.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
go
what I was
ahead,
gonna say.
please.
Would Cain, Yezreel, or Dahlia told anybody else their knowledge? Because that'll impact
Oh
Gladdek's
yes.
decision.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes, I didn't say that at first, but yeah, I would have like shared like my knowledge of.
Yeah,
Right.
I know I skipped that part of the conversation, but I will assume that all information was shared.
Yes.
With that added knowledge of knowing that this artifact is basically a god, evil incarnate, he's going to take this as a sign that Morden intends for Gladdek to stand his ground and fight at this point,
Oh,
and
shit!
will say no.
We've got 2 for yes, 2 for no. Tar.
Tar's here to win the war for the side that they're already on, and she's gonna ask about trial by combat if everyone else goes with him. But if not, she's here to fight.
3 for yes, 2 for no. Yezreel, you are close to the deciding vote. Please share me your reasoning and your vote.
Yezreel's kind of on the edge, not sure what to do, but if this is something that they have more control over, with them having this artifact, might be able to turn it against him. His vote is yes.
As you all look at Pythondrius in the eye, Tar, you've got your weapons drawn right in the face of Pythondrius. Dahlia, you are steaming at the idea that you're even considering working with him for the sake of your brother's life. Colonel Cain Maxwell, you know the weight of this situation, the decision of a true hero. Is this really what it is? Gladdek, you're working for the passion. You're working to save as many lives as you can. Tar, you're trying your best to try to do your clan honor. That you know that your goal is to lead your clan, and what is this decision gonna do? Aslan, you were never an adventurer, but you know what's right and wrong, and you know you're only here to save the lives that matter. And Yezreel, this is almost redemption. You have another group, a second chance. You saw how well your last group took on Thaddeus, and you take the gamble.
Oh, you take the gamble!
Everyone, roll for initiative.
Oh!
Everyone,
yeah.
hop and roll 20. Nick, did that invite work for you?
It looks like it.
Okay. Everyone should see a white screen on roll 20.
Cool.
So are we
Cool.
are we fighting Pythondrius?
You will find out.
Dude, fuck. When everyone at first was agreeing, fucking, she was gonna ask trial by combat. Basically a fight to the death 1-on-1. I'm so fucking glad everyone's gonna help fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know we were gonna go straight into a fight. I was gonna summon up Bigsby's hand.
What the crap?
Did you have a link
That's-
in general?
Oh, I didn't realize it. Oh, hold on 1 second.
I don't even know if
Oh, shit.
I thought it was stuck on my shirt.
I'm gonna put it in. Let's see. I'm gonna put in general chat in the Sir Lounge.
I'm getting into the game.
Yeah, I'm in the Fall of Pride. I hope I'm in the
I'm
right
in.
one.
Yeah, I'm
This
in.
is Roll20, so everybody should have an account aside from Nick, but he's already in.
I'm in too.
Why? What? Why? Why
I'm
is it?
loading.
What's wrong, honey?
Let's see.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I'm stupid.
All right, we should have 6. Everybody is in here. Okay, let me quickly assign some characters to everyone. I just trying to pick random ones, so forgive me if your character is not represented well here.
Oh, good. How dare you not make it perfect without a budget?
The immersion is ruined!
You should be ashamed.
I also just see a white square. Is that on purpose?
That's on purpose.
So
Okay.
I'm a little confused on what just happened. So we said yes, and now we're fighting something.
So everyone, like the majority vote, agreed to fight.
So I guess Dahlia, I guess you don't have to join. I guess you know.
Well, your hand might be forced here in just a second.
Oh, okay. Well, like, watch us get wiped, and then Clarissa makes like the third sibling who's now trying to find the other two.
But it's
That
the
makes me
youngest
think
one,
of
and they're like
Gears of
13.
War. That
Yeah.
makes me think of Gears of War, where the first brother died, the second brother died, and the third brother was in there, and he like was buff as shit,
Dude.
kicking ass.
Do you know he killed a female locust, the like the berserker ones, with his bare fucking hands, and then used its blood to do the tattoo of his brother's memorial on his arm.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this third one ain't playing. He ain't dying.
Dude, those things fucking take 50 cal bullets like a tank, and this motherfucker killed one with his bare hands.
I've never played Gears of War. I did
Oh,
play the
you're
first
missing
one
out.
for like 2 seconds.
Oh, you're good. It's just like a running. It almost feels like a running gag where like these brothers keep dying gruesomely in the game,
Carmine?
and then
Yeah.
they're all called Carmine, and then the third Carmine is like this jacked out, roided dude, and he just fucking kicks ass instead of dying.
Sure.
It's like
They're
by the
all bro-
third time the brother got it.
Yeah, they're all brothers. One like Benjamin, William, and another one I can't remember his name,
Yeah.
but their last name is Carmine, and they all just
Yeah.
every single game a fucking Carmine dies.
And it's like a bad part because it's like they make you feel so attached and love to
Oh
them
my
before killing
God,
them. It
yeah.
sucks.
And, like-
Especially in number 3, it's like, oh my god, my heart. No, he survived, didn't he?
Yeah, he lived.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
the fans,
guys.
they
Okay,
had the
guys.
fans vote on. Oh,
All right.
Sorry to cut you
It's-
off.
shut the fuck up, guys.
The majority vote was to attack. Tar, you are immediately within the gaze of Court Wizard Pythondrius,
Let's
otherwise
go, bro.
known as Archmage Pythondrius.
Oh,
Archmage.
He looks you directly in the eye as your swords are drawn, your broken sword to his neck, as the party is now in a complete understanding that it is time to fight. Immediately. For the sake of brevity, I'm not going to have you guys make saves on this. DM rules.
how dare you?
You are all teleported to the top of the tallest tower.
Go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh wait,
And all the exits are walled off with a purple energy field.
You guys are at the very tip top of this tower. You should be
fuck
able
yeah.
to see everyone. If you need a quick rundown of roll 20, there is a ruler option that tells you how far away you are from the target, kind of halfway on that toolbar on the left. You have a select tool that you can choose to move your character which way you want. If you want to cast a spell or make a ranged attack, you can use that ruler to determine how far away you are. Additionally, if you're just on your select and move tool at the top option on the left toolbar, you can hold it down to do something such as this, where you kind of circle and highlight where you want to go. And that's pretty much the basics. You can pick up and move your own character, but you can't move anyone else's. I've made certain that that's the case. Everyone,
I can't select nobody.
You
Just to
can't?
know. No.
Let me double check.
Yeah.
I can select mine.
I can select everybody.
Okay, we've that should not be the case. All right, give me 1 second, please.
No, you're good.
All right, so on the left we should have Colton.
Uh-huh.
Okay. On the second to the left, we've got Tar. In the middle, we have Evan. You're in the middle. Then we have
I think it's me.
Jesus, hold on. Okay, on the fourth, we've got Clarissa. On the fifth, we have Gladdek, and I gotta add one more token for Nick here. I'm just gonna give you this guy. Let me set you some permissions real quick.
All right.
Nick, save. All right, everyone should have control of their own character. Please keep in mind who you are. Let me pull up a Word document so I can keep track of initiative. Okay, let me change some music, and we will get started on initiative rolls.
And
sent
I'm
you
doing
some-
something.
I sent you a link, DM.
I appreciate that.
I'm helping my mom with some technical work. I might need someone to roll for me if they could.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm still getting stuff set up, so please go ahead and do what you need to do. Let me just make sure. Can you guys all hear this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me get stuff all set up here.
Fuck, we're fighting Lord Thaddeus and his fucking court wizard.
That's right. You guys need to be careful. It's the only warning I will give.
Oh,
Well,
God.
I mean, we were teleported to the top of the tower. I don't know how much more careful we can be.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
last time
How
I
far up are we?
You guys are about 300 feet tall.
Oh, damn. Okay, cool.
Just for some context, meta-wise, like I said, you guys are up about 300 feet. There's nothing in your general surroundings. You have about 100 feet of clearance from the ceiling to where you were at, and nothing but a sheer drop on either end of the towers. Now, it's a pretty big tower. You have plenty of room to move along. And then also, we're going to start taking some initiative rolls. Aslan, 25 to 20.
Hold on, I didn't
can roll mine now.
No, you're good. Everyone
Okay.
roll for initiative, and we'll call it 25 to 20.
22.
Okay, 20 to 15.
Damn.
Oh, I forgot. Hey, I actually need to roll for my peeps. Hold up. Just to let you guys know, I'm starting the combat now because we still have an hour left, but it could be a potential where the combat could last a little longer. So I would please ask that you have your turn prepared. I will let you know if you're on deck, so please try to have your turn prepared before your turn starts.
Got it.
we can see what you're doing. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I didn't.
Do you need me? Okay. Do you want me to roll initiative, or did someone already roll it?
No, hold
I
on.
didn't.
Give me 1 second. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm back now.
I'm just trying to get myself situated.
Oh, you're all good.
I also dropped all of my dice.
Womp womp.
So I just want to. I don't know. This probably is relevant to Yezreel, but my totem spirit is the wolf, and if I, while I'm raging, and I'm within melee, like 5 feet within a creature, everyone else gets advantage on that creature.
Oh,
That's cool.
Well,
Wait,
really, it's
I
any
mean-
it's any enemy within 5 feet of me, but typically that's probably just going to be one enemy at a time in most situations.
that's
Still cool as shit, dude.
still cool because
It's
my
helpful
sneak
as
attack
fuck.
said because I get sneak attack if I had
Exactly.
an advantage.
Yeah, that's why I was bringing it up. So basically, you did a free sneak attack every round.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I need 20 to 15. Yikes. Okay. 15 to 20. Yikes. 10 to 5.
Glad I get
13.
8.
Yeah, I think you said that weird because I got a 14.
15 to 10. Sorry.
Yeah, Dahlia got a 14.
What is your dex?
12?
Okay.
Israel got 13.
You said Yezreel was 13?
Yep.
Okay. Anyone else from 15 to 10?
Nope.
Okay. 10 to 5.
Glad I got an 8.
I got a 7.
Okay. And 5 to 0. Okay.
That's it.
I am missing someone. I have Cain at 22, Yezreel at 13, Dahlia at 12, 8 at Gladdek, 7 at Aslan. I need Tar.
Oh, sorry. I thought someone rolled mine. Let me get.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we
we
can't
started
roll
right
it.
as you got back.
Okay, let me see here. I got 8.
What is your dex?
My dexterity is a +2.
Okay, Gladdek, what is your dex?
You're muted.
+1.
Okay, so Tar will go before Gladdek. Okay, let me make sure I've got everyone. Okay, I've got everyone. Okay, guys. I need you guys to confirm for me whether you can see this or not.
Yep, you can see it.
And
Let
can?
me see. Yep.
Okay. Let me change up the screen share a little bit. Okay. Stop sharing. Share. Okay. So you guys should be able to be on the music stream. Are you guys able to see this now?
No. Wait, see
Correct.
what?
Great. Okay. All right.
I think I just proved your point. Fuck. We're gonna fight Lord Thaddeus and his court
we go.
wizard.
Here we
Okay,
go.
guys. So, Cain, you're it's strange. You haven't been teleported via magic ever. But immediately, from the dining room, in the tense situation, anxiety, and high tensions running through the air, you are immediately brought into a cool and chilly atmosphere at the top of this tower with 2 enemies before you. What does Cain Maxwell do? Colonel Cain Maxwell, what do you do?
I look over to my right to see all my companions getting their bearings. I look back over and my battle IQ kicks in, and I start looking at Thaddeus. He's definitely a threat, and I know that casters hate up close dies. And I yell out, "Go for Pisthydria, whatever the fuck his name is, wolf form!" And I'll just like rage as I like howl like a wolf, and just like kind of like bestially use 40 feet of my movement to get up right on the court wizard. And I'm going to do 2 attacks for. Actually, I'm going to make a what's it called? Where's my class features? Here we go. I'm just going to make these 2 reckless attacks, so they're at advantage.
Hell yeah.
Right as I get up on him, I pull my axe out and I go, and it lights on fire, and I shoot him. At advantage, that will be 21 to hit for the first.
Hits.
And then 23 for the second.
Hit.
For a total of 17 points of damage. Oh, and I need to roll 4d6 fire damage.
I can just see Maxwell running, and the ground is just breaking as he just like teleports and appears like anime style right next to him, and just does an All Might punch right in his face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is your weapon magical?
Yes.
Okay.
That and an additional 14 points of fire damage.
Okay.
That will be my turn. Over.
Okay, you run up and recklessly, as you go into wolf stance, you just thrash him with a flurry of blows. As he kind of recoils back and kind of gasps a little bit. As immediately your gaze is met by Lord Thaddeus.
I'm gonna say in my wolf form, or my wolf stance, my teeth are slightly more pointed.
Hell yeah. You should have like some fur growing inside your ears, you know?
I did a little tail that's a little butt
yeah.
plug.
Yeah, he sticks it in right when he does the wolf stance, you know?
That's how I did such a high-pitched howl.
He's stupid.
Right.
That's it, DM, that's it.
Okay, let me update some health points. Okay. So, Lord Thaddeus' turn. He's going to start walking up. We've got Dahlia on deck, by the way. Have your turn prepared. We're going to walk over here, right on the other side of Pythondrius. And he is going to take a multi-attack on you. He's going to take an unarmed strike as well as a bite.
Okay.
26. This is at advantage, too.
Yes.
Okay. 26.
That hits.
Okay, and then that is a 23.
Yes, that hits.
Okay. And instead of dealing damage, he's going to grapple you. But he's going to hit with his bite first.
Oh, shit. About to get the Nisram special.
Bardrin special over here.
I have a +4 to my constitution. A fucking bet.
And you're raging, so advantage against his grapple.
He starts sucking
Okay.
your.
The bite is going to deal 9 points of piercing damage, which will be halved to 5 or to 4 rather.
Okay.
And then you're going to take an additional 3d6 for necrotic damage,
Okay.
and that is 12 points of necrotic damage, which is not halved.
Okay.
Then
I
he's going.
just.
Then
I
he's
just
going
like,
to.
"Ah!"
He bites you on the neck as he strangles your torso. Your escape DC is 18.
Athletics check.
Yep.
I have advantage on this.
Good shit.
Hell yeah.
Glad I have advantage. Christ. 27.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
As he bites down and tries to grapple, you feel your ribs crack, but immediately you flex.
And I just like Hulk, like, expand out to get him off me.
You quickly flex and then release your flex to give you enough wiggle room as you pummel, palm strike his chin as you break free of the grapple. Dahlia,
Cool.
you're up next. Tar on deck.
Holy crap. Instantly you're gonna see Dahlia breathing heavily as this light from underneath her scales shines through as she goes into her rage. And where the heck am I? She's gonna use her 40 feet of movement to come up on Pythondrius. And she's going to make an attack with her claws.
At advantage because he's within 5 feet of me.
At advantage 28 to hit.
Fuck yeah.
Hits.
Okay, so that first one, first damage is 8, but he also needs to make a, get out of my way, a dexterity saving throw for infectious fury.
Pythondrius is going to
Wisdom,
use a
sorry,
legendary
wisdom.
resistance.
Okay, she's gonna slash again with her claws.
Okay.
At advantage.
Yep, 24 to hit at advantage.
Nice.
Fuck. Hits.
And he needs to make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He's going to use his second legendary resistance.
Okay. That is all she can do right now.
What's the total damage?
That was. You're gonna make me do math. 8 and 5.
13.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let me write that down real quick. And you guys have played RPGs before. Target the spellcaster. Okay.
Spellcasters are scary.
Tar, you're up. Gladdek on deck.
Tar is immediately. So Tar will use one action to light the fuse of her ball-bearing arrow tip, and then she'll use her 2 other actions to fire 2 arrows at.
So
At,
are you using action surge?
Well, I have 3 actions, and then I have action surge.
No, you have a 3 attack. Like you have 3 attacks, but not 3 attack actions. So
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I'll use
like
that.
if you use your
okay.
action, you have to use that to light the fuse, but that takes up all of your action.
Oh no, that works fine with me. Yeah, I'll use action surge.
Okay. And then that means you get 1 attack.
But don't I get an attack
Well, she gets 3 attacks.
per action? So
Isn't
that
per
that how
action.
it works with action surge? You only get the 1 attack?
No.
I know.
Action
No,
surge
you
gives
get
you
a
another
whole new
action.
My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, continue, please.
and I'm gonna fire 2 standard arrows along with that ball-bearing arrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
2018, 26.
Okay. 2018 6, you said?
Yep.
The 6 misses.
No. So it's 20, 18, and 26.
All 3 of them hit.
Okay, awesome. Now my only question is, how do you want to do the ball bearing arrow? Because when it stabs into him, the fuse goes in and then it explodes like a shotgun grenade on the inside.
I'm gonna say within a 10-foot radius there is ball bearings.
Okay, what you want me to do for damage?
We'll just give you an extra d6 for that arrow.
Wait, you just fired an arrow that put ball bearings on the floor?
No. So she has an arrowhead that's filled with bar bearings, a little bit of gunpowder, and a fuse.
Oh, so it's like a
And
little
so when
bomb arrow.
Yeah, so basically when it stabs into him, it explodes in him.
So that would just, I think that would just hit everybody right there then, right?
I will position it in a way that doesn't hit the party.
Okay.
Thank you. So 6 for one, 7 for another one, and then for the, let me see here. And then with the ball bearing one, I'll add it to the 7. Would you want me to add the extra damage to?
Yeah.
No, what's the roll again for the extra explosive damage?
6. D6.
D6, okay. Roll. So that would be 10 damage with the exploding one. And she shoots it with all 3 as they all hit as all 3 of them hit his left side, like his ribs on his left side of his torso.
Okay. He recoils back in pain, being battered between all these fighters and barbarians. As you release your arrow, an explosion of ball bearings shoots out within a 10-foot radius, creating difficult terrain for only Pythondrius. Okay. As you end your turn, Gladdek and Aslan is on deck.
All right. To start out, Gladdek is going to try and close the distance. That's as far as he's going to be able to make it. And then, as a bonus action, he's going to cast Searing Smite to imbue his Warhammer for his next melee attack.
Okay,
Nice.
good to know. Anything else for your turn?
I think that is all I can do right now.
Aslan, you're up, and then Pythondrius is on deck.
I'm gonna use a 6th level spell slot to summon Bigsby's Hand.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, you got Bigsby's Hand!
Right
I
on
love
top.
that spell!
Right on top of.
Remind me of the effect.
Dude, it summons
create-
a big ass. Yeah, go for
You
it.
create a large hand of shimmering, translucent force in an unoccupied space you can see within range of 120 feet. The hand lasts for a spell duration of up to a minute concentration. It moves
Right.
at your command, mimicking the movement of your own hand. It has an AC of 20.
Pythondrius is going to use counterspell at 6th level.
Counterspell at 7th level.
Oh shit! You just got counterspelled! Oh shit!
I can't use my reaction to counter the counterspell. Okay.
No!
Your spell takes effect.
The
Oh!
Bigsby's Hand is gonna grab him.
Okay, so am I considered grappled, or what's the effect?
No,
The hand
it's a
attempts to
contested roll.
grapple a huge or smaller creature within 5 feet of it. So I can grapple up to a huge creature. You can use the hand strength score to resolve the grapple, which its strength score is a 26. I have.
So that means you have a plus.
If the creature
7?
is medium, if the target is medium or smaller, I have advantage on the check.
So what's a 26 div? Is that a plus 6?
That's a +8.
Plus 8. So you roll a d20 plus 8 at advantage. Contested to the court, to Thaddeus or court wizard.
Court wizard probably the smartest, right?
That's a nat 20 on both of them. That's
Damn.
48.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I just
What?
rolled 2 nat 20s back to back.
Holy shit!
Shit. Double critical, guys.
That's
Okay,
a
so what do-
48 total.
48 total?
Yeah, for his strength, the grapple.
Well, I can't break that. Not on this turn, at least.
Okay, and with the hand's movement, it's gonna go 60 feet off the tower.
Oh my god.
And as soon as it leaves the tower, it falls.
What? How does the action work with the grab? Like how does it?
Let's see. So, So it's a hand with 20 AC hit point is equal to mine. If it drops a 0 to end, strength of 26, dexterity of 10. The hand doesn't fill its space. I don't know what that means.
As far as the actions you can take with it.
When you cast a spell as a bonus action on your subsequent turn, you can move the hand to 60 feet and then cause one of the following effects. So I guess.
Yeah, it already grabbed.
To be honest.
So when you cast a spell and as a bonus action, what does that mean?
No.
So I'm casting it and then as a bonus action.
When you cast it, you can initially take the action with your hand. On subsequent turns, you can use your bonus action to move the hand and do other things.
So he's just gonna end his turn. I guess then I can't move with it, so it's gonna end his turn.
Well, no, you can still move it. You just can't do any other action with the hand.
You can't do WWE slam with it.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna grapple him, and my attempt was to grapple around his arms and head, just kind of like his legs are wiggling out.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna move 60 feet off the tower, and then at that point, the hand just.
Okay. As the hand starts taking Pythondrius away, he's going to use a legendary action to use Misty Step out of the grasp.
Oh shit! Are you fucking kidding me?
He can't speak or move his arms. Would that affect it?
Well, I mean, because he's technically grappled, not restrained. So per the rules, what?
Misty Step is verbal for the components needed.
It is like a large hand, so it could wrap around his entire body.
So for fairness, it doesn't say specifically in the spell description that you can impede verbal components. So I'm going to rule it as such.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to use my legendary action with Pythondrius to Misty Step back onto the platform.
Okay.
Dude, in the last 2 turns, we've wasted 2 legendary resistances and legendary action this round.
Only from Pythondrius.
Hey, it's still something.
Speaking of which,
hold on, did you want to move?
Well, I'm already kind of far back. I guess. Yeah, I'll just kind of stay where I am. I'm kind of far off over here.
Okay. Pythondrius is going to take a legendary action. And he is going to go for a, he's going to go for 2 unarmed strikes on, Colonel Cain.
Sure, bring it.
Wait, the mage is throwing hands?
No, the Thaddeus, the vampire is throwing hands.
Oh, okay, I thought the old man was like, fuck it.
Yeah, you accidentally said the court wizard's name on there.
My bad.
It's at advantage because of reckless attack.
Okay, that's a 26.
That hits.
And that's a natural 20.
That hits.
Okay, so you're gonna take 20 plus. You're gonna take 20 plus. You're gonna take 29 points, reduced down to 14.
Total?
Yep.
With the crit?
And that's it for his legendary action. Yeah, I mean, it was reduced down by half, so. Next up, Pythondrius' turn.
Who's on deck?
On deck is,
Top of the
Cain
round?
Maxwell.
Top of the round.
Okay. Pythondrius, he is going to cast, he's going to cast Fire Shield.
Ooh, okay.
He's going
Fire
to
Shield's
center
a cool spell.
He's going to center it on himself. And that's all he's going to do for his turn. So next up, Cain Maxwell.
Okay,
Wait,
so...
Yezreal hasn't gone.
Oh, did I? I'm so sorry, I skipped you.
Okay.
You are actually after Thaddeus, so please take your turn now and you will go again after Thaddeus.
Okay. So Israel's going to move 30 feet. Right. Oh, wrong button. to here, and he's going to fire a crossbow shot at Thaddeus.
Thaddeus.
At advantage.
Okay,
No,
make
no,
a shot.
it's not an advantage because you have to be within melee. Wait, hold on. Let me read it. Sorry.
Sneak attack
Do I
as
have
long
to
as
be
someone's within
No.
5 feet, he has sneak attack.
It's
No,
enemy.
that
Oh, that's right. That's right.
okay. Yeah. So if you have advantage, you also have sneak attack on this strike.
Alright. So, advantage will be
Let's see, a nat 20.
19,
Oh,
then 23.
okay, better.
Does 23 hit?
It hits.
Awesome. Okay. So there's the 6 for that. And then 32 damage.
Okay. Christ. That's on Thaddeus.
Yep.
God
Okay.
damn.
Wow. Nice.
And then let's see. Those are my bonus sections. And then bonus action, I am going to dash up to
Okay.
here.
Nice.
All right. So,
Man.
Cain, you would be on deck, but Pythondrius is going to take another legendary action,
Okay.
and he is going to cast Wall of Force.
Oh my god.
This bitch.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
And he is going to cast Wall of Force to contain. Let's see here. He's going to make a wall that it sends out about that much, 10 feet by 10 feet tall. Right now, you guys are unable to pass. It is impenetrable wall that you cannot see.
Hmm.
Okay, next up in line, Cain Maxwell. You are now unable to move past this invisible barrier. What do you do?
Let's see here. Are you sure Wall of Force makes that big of a wall?
You're on mute.
Pythagorean theorems does.
That's totally fine with me. Okay, never mind. I'm just being a little bitch because now I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to, like Darth Maul from Phantom Menace, walk back and forth, and I'm just like still in my wolf stance. So every once in a while, I'll like do a little snarl, you know. And I just like with my little hero mask on, I'm just walking back and forth, and I'm going to hold my action for anything that becomes within melee range. I'll try to still stay within range of Thaddeus if I can hit him, but that's what I'm doing for my turn.
What about your rage?
It lasts. It lasts like a whole 30. Lasts a minute.
Unless
You don't hit nobody.
Unless if you don't hit anything or take any damage, you'll lose your rage.
Oh fucking
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when do I lose my rage?
At the end of the round.
Ooh.
Hold on. Let me read this.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, no.
Your rage ends early if you are knocked unconscious. Blah 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 blah. And you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken down. Okay, so I'll just like fucking. I'll pull my dragon tail out, and as a means of like intimidation, I'll slash myself on the back and make my rage continue.
I'll accept that. Roll for damage.
That's cool
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, that was actually badass.
Yeah, that was cool as shit.
So that's 5 points of damage to me. And I keep my
Halved,
rage
which
showing.
is 2.
No, it was 10 and I halved it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, next up, we've got Thaddeus and then Yezreel on deck.
Oh shit, I can't hold my action if I use my action to...
Nope. But hey,
Yeah.
you're still in rage though.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Thaddeus is going to turn into a bat and fly 60 feet in the air.
Ah,
Mm,
that's fine.
you can't use an opportunity of attack.
Hold on. Oh yeah, the wall's too high for it, yeah.
You can try to make your opportunity attacks, but you'll hit a wall of force.
Hold
How
on.
tall- How tall is the wall?
My whip has a reach of 10 feet. Can I make it?
You have... Okay, per the rules, you technically have an attack of opportunity.
Because I have the sentinel feet.
Okay, yep.
Come on, come on. 26 to hit.
Hit.
That's 9 points of damage, and he stays flying as a bat 10 feet in the air.
This will actually make him revert.
Fine. He's still, I don't know if he's still flying, but he's not going anywhere.
As he
Unless
falls down on the other side of the wall of force, he's going to take a legendary action to attack Cain Maxwell twice with unarmed strikes.
Ooh, shit.
Through the wall?
He flew up above the wall, you took him out of bat form, he fell down and now is using a legendary action.
Okay.
So he's on
Hey.
the other side with us now.
Yep, so let me
Okay.
move him back. We'll say he's about right here. And he's going to attack you twice with unarmed strikes. That is a 27
That hits.
and an 11.
That misses.
Okay, you took your turn, so I don't have advantage, so one attack hits. You have got a 9 points reduced down to 4.
Mm-hmm. And for the next attack, I'll just pull my whip out and just extend it to catch his fist in it.
Okay, you do, and you take some scratches upon his arm as he does so.
Cool.
As he ends his turn, he's going to regain 20 hit points.
Oh my god!
This little bitch.
Okay, next up, we've got Yezreel and Dahlia on deck.
I am going to attack with my dagger of certain death.
Shit.
And
Okay.
that's an advantage because of little Cain there for me.
Okay, make an attack. If you hit, you get sneak attack.
Yep. As well as hold on. Let me make sure I hit. Oh, 16. Come on. Nat's 20.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Is that a critical
Damn.
sneak attack?
Yeah,
Okay.
hey DM, what were your rules again?
It's max damage on all dice rolls doubled, and then add your
Oh.
modifiers. So
God.
that includes sneak attack damage, extra damage from your dagger, and your dagger damage.
Oh, he about to get so
Okay.
fucked up.
And I'm also going to be casting Booming Blade.
Oh,
Okay,
So
gather
God.
up all of your dice, maximize it, times it by 2, and then add your modifiers. Tell me the number.
Raiden just shed a single tear somewhere in the
2d8, so
multiverse.
Dude, Raiden's
Man, I
so
have to
proud.
figure out a calculator for
Hey
this.
guys, hold on. Let Yezreel talk here.
Sorry.
Okay. So 2d8 for the Booming Blade times 2. That's 16. And
Plus,
then, oh yeah, plus the weapon modifier.
okay.
No, 2d8 is 16, but that's doubled, so that's
Oh yeah,
30,
so that's 32.
32.
32 is just Booming Blade. Okay.
Okay. What's your other
Um,
dice damage? You have how many d6 for sneak attack?
7d6.
Shit. Okay. So,
So
that
that's-
is 32 times 2,
damn.
64 plus.
42.
Plus my 1d6. So that's 12.
Okay, and then your weapon damage.
That is my weapon damage. So that's
Okay,
12.
so what is the total of that before you add your modifiers?
76.
Okay, with your dexterity modifier.
With my dex modifier, that is going to be 86.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Right?
as
Oh, no.
you strike true, You see your weapon surging, feeling the need to prevent this creature from regenerating. You stab it in, and immediately a worried look upon Thaddeus's face meets your gaze.
That's a familiar pain.
And wow. Okay, that was a huge chunk of damage. Please describe to me how that looked.
So, what Yezreel does is, with Cain, kind of jumps over Cain and proceeds to pull out the dagger of certain death, it glinting as Thaddeus recognizes the blade.
Yeah.
As I fall down, striking straight into his chest. And as I strike, a thunderous boom leaves the blade as I twist into him, staring him dead in the eye. You will not kill my party again. As I rip it back out.
Cool. That was a beefy hit, dude.
Fuck yeah, it was. What was the total damage?
Even if you only did
86.
1 hit point, you
86.
prevented him from healing. So
Yep.
Wow. Wait.
okay. So next up in line, Dahlia, Tar on deck.
Hold on. Oh yeah, you're right.
All right, and just make sure this is Lord Thaddeus, right?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Dahlia's gonna turn to Lord Thaddeus and pull out her dagger of venom. As you see black ooze dripping from the blade, and she's going to make an attack with this.
Make your attack at advantage if you can make it there.
25.
That hits.
Okay, so he's going to take 11 piercing damage, but he also needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
He's going to use a legendary resistance.
Motherfucker.
Smart.
God damn it.
She's gonna slash again with the dagger.
He will use an additional legendary resistance, but please make your roll.
These aren't at advantage, by the way. I don't know if you've been doing that.
Are or aren't?
They are.
R.
Yeah, so at advantage would be 25 to hit.
Okay.
Both attacks hit, but he resists both saves.
Okay, so that next set of damage is 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 in total, or what's the total?
Sorry. Total would be 9 plus 11.
Okay.
9/11.
Fuck. Okay. All
Don't
right.
forget.
It's stupid.
Dahlia. Did you move your character up close?
I'm right next to Thaddeus.
Okay. Great. All right. So next up in line, Tar and Gladdek on deck.
Is Thaddeus in the air or on the ground?
Thaddeus is on the ground right now, limping.
Okay. I'm gonna use one attack to do a maneuver of trip attack. I'm going to
Nice.
attempt to knock him prone. I'm basically
Okay.
gonna... Oh, good.
Does that require a save?
Yes.
Yes, it is a DC strength saving throw of 16.
He's going to use his final legendary resistance.
That's right, because I'll use my second action to attempt it again.
Fuck.
What's your? Are you still in the back line, right? Did you move up to him?
Yeah, I'm still... No, I haven't moved at all.
So, not that it matters, but it's not necessarily you're using a second action. You can just use another maneuver with your next attack.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the first attack was 25, so that for sure hit. I do the second one. Does a 19 hit with that second one?
Mute.
Muted.
That barely hits.
Does he
Nice.
pass that strength check?
She's attempting another tripping
Gotcha.
attack.
He rolls a 19.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's cool beans. He still takes damage from both attacks.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna fire another arrow at him, and she'll use a third maneuver. Her third maneuver is going to be precision attack, and she's gonna strike where we gotta look at names. Where where he strikes, that's where she's going with this attack.
How many maneuvers do you have? Because this would be your fourth one used.
I got one more left.
Okay.
That 11 one doesn't hit.
Okay. All right.
And then let me roll my damage for the first two attacks.
Make sure to add your superiority die.
6, 5. Let me see here. Okay. Yep. Okay, so my superior die is a D10 on the 2. It's 11 added on to the top, so that'd be 11, 22 damage in total.
Nice.
And both arrows go into his chest, dead center.
Okay.
No, sorry, his leg. So she was trying to trip him. So his leg gets 2 arrows in the same spot.
Okay. Lord Thaddeus is looking rough. Like, really rough. Tar, as you land all of your arrows, making sure to put on the pressure as the rest of your team is putting on so much aggro. Gladdek, you're up, and then Aslan on deck.
All right, Gladdek is going to finish closing the distance, and then going to attack with his Warhammer. 3 attacks.
Here it is. Searing Smite, was it?
29 to hit, 24 to hit, and then 17 to hit.
Okay, 2 of those hit.
All right, on that first one, you'll see the emblem of Moradin light up on the hammer. When he strikes, shit.
Hey, you should roll 3 more times just in case if you get a crit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you had
Oh,
advantage on all of those.
Oh yeah, you had advantage.
That one's worse for the second. Worse. How do you want to rule that DM as far as you still want to go 2? I had 12, 21, and 16 on those 3 additional ones.
Well, you'll still have 2 attacks. Well, actually, all 3 attacks hit because you rolled advantage. So, yeah,
Okay.
You'll have all 3 attacks hit.
Nice.
Alrighty. So, yeah, you see the emblem of Moradin light up on the hammer.
Fuck yeah.
So he's going to take a D6, so 1 fire damage, but he is now on fire. If he doesn't pass the con save is 14.
Okay, he gets a 17.
Okay, so that's it for Searing Smite. And then for damage, uh, 26, 41 bludgeoning damage total.
Gladdek. How
Oh
do you take
shit.
him down?
Oh shit!
Holy fuck!
How's he die? Is it with a searing smite?
I think so it's just the first attack that does the Searing Smite. So kind of like you see the Warhammer kind of in flame as it comes across his kneecap to kind of like take him off his
Oh.
feet. And then at that point I
Sure.
bring down two slams on his head to like basically just crush his skull.
Oh fuck yeah!
Going way better than
Jeez.
last time I
Okay.
And then
As you land this hit, oh, go ahead, please.
Oh, I'll let you describe first. 'Cause I'll use a bonus action after.
Okay. As you land this hit, you know with all of your heart and all of your soul and your beliefs in Moradin that this strike is true. He takes the blow straight on and puffs into a mist of blood red and begins to fly off.
This bitch.
Oh, turn to smoke to go where he sleeps.
You now have your bonus action, but Pythondrius is no longer in the fight.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, he
Thaddeus.
ran like a bitch.
I guess
You
meta-wise,
mean
are
Thaddeus
we
or Pythondrius?
Both.
both?
Oh, they both bounced?
No. Pythondrius is still on the other side of Wall of Force.
Okay.
Oh.
You
Okay,
accidentally
sweet.
said Pythondrius before. Yeah.
My bad.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So for bonus action, I will use Healing Word on Cain Maxwell to
Oh,
heal
nice.
him for 4 damage.
Perfect.
4 heals. And that is the end of Gladdek's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna take a legendary action, but I need to read the spell description real quick.
So Thaddeus bounced, right? He's not dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he like I don't know how familiar you are with vampires, but like when they're
Hold on. Metagaming.
sorry. Okay,
Yeah, you can explain after.
sure.
Okay. You see, Pythondrius is going to take a legendary action. He is going to. Jesus. Shit. The Archmage is going to cast Fly,
Little bitch.
Oh, okay.
and he's going to stay where he's at.
Okay.
All right.
It's Wall of Force concentration.
It is not.
Fuck!
Okay, Aslan, you're up, and then Pythondrius is on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him again with the large elephant hand.
Okay.
Yoink, yoink.
Yeah, good luck, Tort Wizard.
And that doesn't deal any damage?
No, it's just a grapple.
Okay.
It deals damage, it just the grapple doesn't, I guess.
Well, you can make it do a fist attack, which does the damage.
Yeah. That's a 28 strength.
He won't contest it.
Okay, I'm gonna grab him, and then I'm going to fly him right here, or I guess right where Thaddeus was.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. He will be on the other side of the Wall of Force, but he can be put right there.
Okay. Let's see if I can do anything with it after the grapple.
It would be too much movement to go over the Wall of Force and back down.
Isn't it only 10 feet tall?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can move 60 feet with the hand, so
Oh, well then
it
yes,
should
you
be
can.
enough. Yeah. So I'm gonna just keep grappling him and bring him right to the party. And let's see, I'm trying to read it because I know I can squeeze him while he's grappled. I just don't know if it's another action.
I think that's a bonus action, isn't it?
It is. Could I just use my bonus action to squeeze him in?
What does the spell description say?
Let's see. You attempt to grapple, and I did. While the hand is grappling the target, you can use a bonus action to have the hand crush the target. When you do so, the target takes 2d6 bludgeoning plus spellcasting modifier.
Okay, go ahead.
Unless if the grapple initially was a bonus.
He
Yeah.
did it as an action.
I'm assuming I could
Sure.
just do it as an action.
Okay, well,
'Cause I'm doing
we will
nothing
do it.
else.
We will do it this way for now, and we will look it up later. What is your damage?
Okay. 2d6 plus 4.
Kill.
That's 7 plus 4. That's, what is that, like 12, something like that.
11.
11. So 11 bludgeoning as he just squeezes him like a lemon.
Okay.
And that's where the hand will stay.
Okay.
Of all the fruit to pick, a fucking lemon.
Yeah.
Stupid.
You squeeze lemons.
Yeah.
Okay, it is Pythondrius' turn. Let me double check the spell description.
Something is like screaming outside my window. I think it's like an owl.
Can't do.
I was
con-
wondering what I was hearing.
Okay, let me get my ruler out. Okay, as Pythondrius is put on the ground, is still in the grasp of this creature. Pythondrius is going to Misty Step upwards out of the grasp. And
Counterspell.
oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh fuck! Oh fuck, dude! Oh no! Oh,
Yeah,
damn!
Elder, you better watch out. DM might come back for revenge later.
I'm gonna counterspell your counterspell at 6th level.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
What happens if it's the same level?
Well,
It's a
I mean,
contested roll.
you. So it would be. Jesus, Colton, you're gonna have to help me out here.
Okay, so if it's a contested roll, wait, hold on. Why are you trying to cast counterspell?
Yes, at 6th level.
Well, he already cast counterspell as a bonus action, so technically you could get away with casting counterspell at a lower level. I mean,
I'm
6th
gonna
level
do
6th level means you just win.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
That's my last 6th level spell slot. And then I'm going to cast Tone of Cold on the whole party.
There he goes.
As I'm about 15 feet above, still because I have fly casted on me, I'm going to stay about 15 feet up, cast Tone of Cold, and I'm going to fly the rest of my movement speed upwards after.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone needs to make a Constitution saving throw or take a ton of damage.
Yes, please.
Oh, god damn.
I'm going to use Erection for Uncanny Dodge to
Okay.
half Constitution
I think-
save.
I think uncanny dodge. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's right. You're right. I was thinking of evasion.
Alright,
Oh, holy shit.
16.
25.
21.
Any?
Okay, did anybody roll underneath 19? No, actually. Anybody roll underneath 17?
I did.
Yazriel and Gladdek. Oh no, never mind.
Gladdek burned both of his
Okay.
Indomitable to get above that.
Nice.
Everyone who rolled above 17 is going to take 21 points of cold damage. Or
Oof.
This
Yep.
bitch.
Yazriel, you're the only one who didn't save. You're going to take 41 points of cold damage.
Whoa.
And that's with the half with the Uncanny Dodge.
Oh, 20 then.
Okay.
What is the concentration save then?
That it would be the amount of damage that you took.
Yeah, the save was to half the damage, pretty much.
No.
Okay.
No.
Concentration is different.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
concentration.
Well, I rolled a 25 for con.
Okay,
Yeah,
you passed then.
You
Okay.
passed it.
He's going to use a legendary action to use Tone of Cold again.
Motherfucker.
Sure, dude. Blast us.
Okay, everybody roll con saves.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Come on,
again?
Dahlia, come on, Dahlia,
Oh, shit.
come on,
Yeah.
Dahlia.
He's blasting us.
26.
Oh, that didn't help.
Oh, shit, 14.
27.
Okay, so anyone under 17?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, everyone below 17 is going to take 47 points of cold damage.
Christ.
Yeah.
Every-
Halved?
everyone above who takes half is going to take
23.
23.
God damn.
And
My concentration was 22. Does that pass
yes,
or
it
no?
does.
Now roll another concentration check, but this time your DC is 23.
We gotta roll again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just rolled though.
No, but I'm
I'm
hitting you
Oh my
again.
no. Oh my god.
With another
No,
cross?
Oh my
you-
god, I
confused.
failed.
You
I failed.
so you made one concentration check for the first cone of cold. Now you need to make
Yeah.
another concentration check for this cone of cold.
I just did. It was a 22.
Oh.
Oh, I thought that was your con save.
No,
for
the last
spell.
one was
Oh,
25.
I
Oh,
misunderstood.
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I thought we get hit for a third time. I was like,
22.
oh,
Yeah, I was like, what?
Your con save was 22?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the damage was 23. You fail.
Oh no! Oh, you're 1 point off, dude.
Damn.
Your Bitsby's hand is no longer. Your spell is ended. You're no longer under concentration. Pythondrius is going to use the rest of his movement to go directly upwards.
Which
so
is how
he's
many feet?
about 45 feet up in the air because he ended his last turn 15 feet up. All right.
Okay.
Now, after Pythondrius, we have got Cain Maxwell with Yezreel on deck.
Everyone, it looks like we have the upper hand. There's no fucking way I'm getting up there. And I just point to the guy flying away. I am officially in the double digits. I'm sure everyone else looking a little bit more rough, but I have like some frost on my shoulders that I'm like kind of just brushing
I'll
off.
die if I take another one of them.
I could survive maybe one more. Depending on if it goes above 53, I'm fucked.
If I'm able to save, I can.
That I end my turn. I hold my action for if the wizard for some reason comes within melee range.
Okay. Yezreel, you're up. Dahlia on deck.
I'll shoot at him with my short bow.
Ew!
Kill him.
Come on, come on,
Kill
come
him.
on. Nat
Kill
20.
him. Ooh, kill him. Ooh,
Nat
kill him.
20?
Nat 20.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's, let's see, 2d6. So that's...
This doesn't have
Well,
sneak attack on it though, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't.
But it is still maths.
Yep. So let's see, that's 24 plus 5, so that's 29 points of damage.
You're muted.
Yezreel, you brought your team here. You put them in another situation
No
against
way.
the same foe that ended your last group,
No way.
causing you so much trauma, anger, and anguish,
Oh shit.
and so much conflict that you can't even perceive. You let loose this arrow after being blasted with the coldest, frigid air and magic you have ever received. As you release the arrow, tell me how you do this.
Ah!
I pull up my short bow with one hand, because it's like a little crossbow thing, aim it up at him. I'm like, you're not getting away. As I fire it, and it goes straight into his eye.
Like Skyrim style follows the bolt in the
Yeah,
air.
full on. Camera follows the bolt.
Immediately, Pythondrius's fly concentration ends abruptly and plummets down to where the group is at. You all can't help but flinch out of the way as you hear a grimacing splat as blood is splattered across your boots. Pythondrius is dead. Thaddeus has gotten away. And that is where we're going to end tonight.
Yeah, oh
Damn.
boy.
Damn.
Wow.